Yo, 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 what is up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? What's good? We're here, new format on Friday. I figured we needed to do something a little different, you know what I mean, than kind of the normal thing that we was doing before. Especially just because of the fact that, Hoops and Brews, obviously, look, this man Glasses is calling me right now. I'm crying. Glasses, I'm live on the internet right now.
Okay, perfect. So you got me on the show, right?
Yeah, hey, you want to call in? You can call in.
Yeah, I'll call in.
You can call in. I'll send you the link. All you got to do is be on your phone.
Y'all on Zoom?
No, I'm just gonna send you the link, and then it should open up in your
Okay, I'll
phone.
call in.
All right, give me like 5 minutes, okay?
All right.
All right. This man Glasses Malone is hilarious. So give me a second, bro. I gotta set up this graphic for Glasses G. Glasses Malone
I'm
about to
crying.
come
I'm
through, holler at
crying.
us, G. I'm crying too. That man instantly down there with the quickness. Yo, we didn't even start shooting shots, and already is legendary. But we're about to talk on this episode about Dark Lane demo tapes. Isaiah Thomas, Glasses is coming on, so obviously we know Glasses is not a fan of 6ix9ine. So I don't know if we're gonna have that conversation
Yeah,
unless he just feel
I
like
don't
getting
even
one
think we'll
off,
have
right?
it.
Unless
I
he
don't
feel
think
like
we'll
cutting a
have that conversation.
promo. Unless he feel like cutting the promo, but man, we here, we live. What's good? How all y'all doing out there, man? Shout out to all of y'all, man. It's super, super dope. That all of you guys are coming through. We doing a new show. This show right here is called Shootin' Shotz. So basically, I just wanted to create something that's a little bit more funner, something we could do where we just having a little bit more fun, talk about more stuff than just basketball. Because obviously it ain't no basketball going on. And we've been trying to veer into it in Hoops and Brews, but obviously our convos are all basketball. So I figured we were doing the morning brew. We it ain't really the morning brew. I got a shot of tequila right here. So you know what we doing? We shooting
I
shots.
got wine.
Um, this man,
I've become an avid wine drinker throughout this. I don't really like hard liquor like that no more, bro.
really,
No, I like wine.
I like that. That's good. That's
Like
good, man.
hard.
I remember you.
I mean, I like tequila, but like a nice tequila, I like. But as far as like just
Yeah.
sitting up drinking whiskey,
Here
bro, I'm
we go.
not.
Hold on one second. Here we go. We got glasses. Glasses. Yo, glasses. Yo, can you hear me? Glasses. 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 Can you hear me? Glasses. Look at the camera. Pav, you can hear me though, right?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
get it.
So, anyways, we hear Glasses is calling in somewhere. He calling right now from the bat phone. But yeah, man. Anyways, go ahead. Keep talking. You said you drinking wine.
Yeah, I genuinely like wine now. Wine's great. Like
I'm sorry.
good wine though.
Yeah,
Good
good
wine
wine.
though.
Yeah,
Good
yeah. I
wine.
feel you. I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. I mean, good wine. So what? I mean, what kind of brands you been drinking? What kind of wine you been drinking? I mean, you
Recently
go.
I found it. I found this at CVS recently. This is actually fire.
All right.
It's like a
A
$20
Behringer
bottle of wine
Bros.
from
Yeah,
CVS.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
is. Is that the Merlot?
no, it's the Cabernet, but it's not. I don't want to say brewed, but it's fermented
Okay.
in barrel aged whiskey barrels. I'm assuming.
Okay.
So there's that. I really like Chilean wine. Chilean wine is good. I haven't ordered a bottle or like purchased a bottle. I've had it before, like when I was out, but I haven't actually like purchased a bottle before. But
Uh huh.
Chilean wine is good. Mostly I just drink reds, like red blends or Cabernets or Pinot Noirs.
Uh huh. Yeah. So man, it's dope. That we I feel like what do you feel like quarantine has changed in you?
Change in me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What has it changed about you? Do you feel like you
Uh,
learned anything from this?
there are people. I feel like you learn who you actually value keeping in contact with. And
Okay.
how many people you wouldn't speak to if you couldn't see.
Okay. I
Like
understand
even
that.
if I just couldn't like, yo, like let's go grab a drink or something, like, yo, let's go meet up at the club or something like that. It's a lot of people you probably would have relationships with if you couldn't meet up in certain places because a lot of relationships are derived around certain places and these places don't exist. So like I don't want to say it takes more effort, but it kind of does take more effort to like actually stay in touch with people and like check in with people and make sure people are doing okay.
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, I definitely do agree with you on that front. I mean, I even think just like just even being on the phone, like people call me and I'm just like, I don't even really be having that much to say no more. I'm just like, because it's just the lack of human contact has definitely changed. But also I feel like, hey, if you're not talking to certain people no more now that the Rona hit, them people, you probably wasn't meant to be talking to them people.
Not
You know
meant
what
to
I
be talking
mean?
to people, and you
You know
probably
what I
not gonna
mean?
talk to people when the Rona is relinquished.
Yeah. Like, hey, like the group chat still always busting.
Oh yeah, the group chat's
The
hilarious.
group chat is
Group chat is
still
hilarious. Fam. Group chat
always
forever
busting.
hilarious.
The group chat is still always busting. Even if we call each other idiots and tell each other we fucking hate each other's opinions, that group chat has been war for the past like
How
I
long
don't
we
even
had a group chat? It has to be like a year.
huh?
We've had to have had that group chat for like a year.
Yeah, definitely. No, not longer than that. It's been longer than that. It's been like a few years.
It
I
is.
mean, yeah, it's been at least like 2 years or over a
I
year. It's been
believe
longer
it.
than that.
I
But
believe it.
but yeah, man, that's funny as hell. Okay, all right, let's see. Glasses is calling in. All right, Glasses, what's good, bro?
What's the deal,
Oh my
dog? Can you
God.
hear me?
What up?
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you finally. Hold on, let me
Sorry.
go ahead. Let me update the branding real quick. All right, go ahead. We here. Talk to us.
So let me ask you something. Let
All
me ask y'all
right,
something.
all right. Uh-oh. It depends on what we finna talk about.
Out of 26 teams,
Yes.
if your offense is 13 and your defense is number one
Yeah.
and you win a championship and you have the defensive player of the year on your team,
What you getting at here?
who deserves credit for the championship? Who are you building the winner around?
It's not around Tony Parker. That's not what you finna
I'm
do.
not. I didn't say that. Listen to what I just said. Just listen. No names, because I got to no name y'all to make it make sense. If you have the number 13 out of 26 teams,
Mm-hmm.
you have the 13th rated offense, you have the number one rated defense, you win a championship with the number one rated defense and the number 13, the halfway mark of all offenses, and you have the defensive player of the year on that team and it wins a championship, who deserves credit? The best offensive player or the best defensive player?
I mean, it depends.
No, no,
I
no, no,
gotta
no, no,
watch
no,
the
no,
games.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
nah. I gotta watch the games. I gotta watch the
It don't.
games. I gotta
If you
watch the
watch the
game. That's
game,
why our slogan is "Watch more basketball" because I have to actually watch the games.
yeah, but the problem is you're jaded to what you're watching. We all grew up wanting to hit the last shot. None of us grew up wanting to make the last stop. Everybody count down
If you from
3,
Chicago,
2,
some of us did.
1. No, you didn't. You didn't be
Yes, we
like
did.
you wasn't invisible
No, you
guarding
didn't.
nobody,
No,
blocking
you
the
Yeah,
didn't.
invisible
No,
shot.
hey,
you didn't. It's not a human being on planet Earth that was outside the backyard like y'all gonna rip
So
bro up.
full
No,
of
you
shit.
didn't.
I
G. No,
was.
you didn't.
I
No, you
was.
weren't.
I
G. Especially in Jordan
was.
era.
No,
I
G.
you
No,
can't
weren't.
you weren't.
shoot,
You
G. I
grew up
could
watching
never
Michael
shoot,
Jordan.
G.
G. You grew up watching Michael Jordan shoot game when
Nigga
there's
from
no way
Chicago.
you win. There's
G.
no way you win the backyard
Like
did
you
that.
can't
G.
even get in the
No,
I
last
there's
am
no
I
way
meeting.
am
you win
the
the
I am
backyard
the
did that.
oldest. I am the oldest of 4 brothers. You bet your ass I was trying to rip them up every single time. I didn't give a damn
I
about
didn't
scoring.
say
I
that.
wanted to make them cry. I wanted to make them cry and quit and go in house. And you didn't do that by scoring points. You did that by defeating them, by taking away their will.
So let me ask you another question. I'm gonna say this again. If the average offense is offense, 13 out of 26, and the defense is rated number one in all the NBA through the playoffs, and you have the defensive player of the year on that team, who deserves the credit, TP? You don't gotta
Who
say
you
who
trying to get the
wrong.
credit to? Dennis Rodman?
I'm just saying the
I
same
know
thing.
there's not another pro Dennis Rodman
No.
conversation.
This is the point that to counsel that they built the team around Zeke,
They
who
did.
was actually the worst defensive player on the team.
Glasses, you gonna
He
make
was
me
the
get
worst
up and
defensive
walk out
player
of
in the
my own
backcourt.
house.
He was the worst defensive player backcourt. Joe Dumars was a better defender backcourt, period. And literally, you had the best defensive player possibly of all time, the most versatile on the team, on a horrible offensive team. Yet we
G.
still keep talking about Isaiah Thomas, who at best was an above average offensive player. He wasn't an all time great. He's not Magic Johnson, where in the Showtime Lakers, you could have the number one offense and the number 10 defense and still win a championship because you had that kind of offense. So it's no different than Tony Parker, who also was the best offensive player for a couple years with the Spurs, even 2 or 3 championships. Maybe 2 championships, he probably was the best offensive player. Yet we would never give him credit. That's the problem. That's my problem. That literally we're going to give Zeke credit.
So what was Tony
because he's
Parker's
the best
job?
offensive player on a defensive team.
What was Tony Parker's job?
To do the same thing Isaiah Thomas did. They play the exact same way. They do the exact same thing. The only difference is the Spurs offense is not as stagnant. So therefore, Tony Parker's not holding the ball all fucking day at the top of the key. They actually won championships because he didn't do that.
So Joe Dumars didn't matter?
Yes, of course I give Joe Dumars a lot of credit as a backcourt, but he's not defensive player of the year.
Okay, in my opinion, it was built around Isaiah, but they stumbled upon Rodman halfway. I mean, Rodman got drafted 86, was it? 86? 86? They stumbled upon Rodman and was like, oh shit, like we have, like even the doctor said, yo, we have to start Rodman. Rodman gives us a different element that we never had before. And then that's when they really took off and what was it, 63-19, won the ring and became champion. I wouldn't say it was built around Rodman, but I would say that Rodman was probably the most pivotal. The thing that they couldn't lose the most on that team was Dennis Rodman.
Okay, so was the 2004 Pistons built around Ben Wallace?
I think so. Yes.
No.
Other than that, how?
No.
I think so.
Around Chauncey.
Nah, I think that was built around Ben. I think that Ben was like the first piece, and they were like, all right. Because I think Ben was winning Defensive Player of the Year since like, 02?
4 times. He literally was a defensive centerpiece of the NBA.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard for us to give credit to defense the way we give it to offense? Again, it's because when you're a kid, you dream of taking the last shot, not making the last stop. It's right there in our hands. Like literally, we give credit to Magic Johnson because he was the greatest. He's probably the greatest offensive player, you know what I mean, of all time. Literally, he played on always not good defensive teams. I don't think no championship Laker team that he played on was good defensively. They were all maybe at best within 10, but none of them were ever the number 1 defensive team. Never in life. They was never top 3. The championship winning versions of the Showtime Lakers were never a top 3 defensive team. Their offense was always 1, 2, or 3. The Pistons, the Bad Boy Pistons, never had a top 5 offense.
I agree. I think that people now look, I will, because we had discussed earlier. I think that people do give Isaiah Thomas too much credit for those championships because Isaiah obviously is the most famous of everybody. So I think people do hump a lot of credit on Isaiah. Really, it was honestly a team defensive effort as to why they won those rings. It wasn't like nobody was going out there giving you 25 a game.
With a defensive centerpiece. So even at that point, they played the same role. Tony Parker and Isaiah Thomas played the same role. When they were winning, I'll give you the fact that they played the same role when they were winning. I think that Isaiah Thomas played that role a little bit better, and I also think that we've seen what Isaiah did in a different role when they built the team around. Again, I don't. If that role is not successful, I'm not going to give it credit. I mean, it was successful, just not to the level of championship. Well, that's success in the NBA. That's what we play for, the trophy. You can't just be like, okay, you got good stats and you got kicked out the first round, or you didn't make the playoffs.
I won't lie, the Dennis Rodman take is real. Like he not just saying this. He really believes this. This man, every argument we have somehow always wind up getting back to Dennis Rodman.
Well, it's not.
Dennis Rodman is like the Ray J of the NBA. You know how they say like Ray J got like a continuing through line throughout like hip hop and rap history. That's what Dennis Rodman he is. Dennis Rodman is the Ray J of the NBA. G.
It's really credit to.
Think
defense.
about it. Shout out to Ray J.
But it's really credit to defense. That's what the Dennis Rodman conversation is. Credit to defense. Like we'll talk to somebody who talk about the 2008 Celtics, and we'll be talking about Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's clearly Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
Teams had a horrid offense. Their offense was trash.
It wasn't good.
Trash. So that means Paul Pierce, as an offensive player, could not have been this all-time great offensive player. That's not to say he couldn't get buckets, but again, to make an offensive themed team work, think about how rare offensive themed teams have won championships. I can't even think of that many teams that had the number 1 offense without having, like the Bulls, the first 3-peat Bulls. That was a great offensive team and above average defensive team, but it was a number 1 offensive team. Showtime Lakers. Really? And maybe the Warriors. That's
The
how
Warriors
rare
even
it
like
is
number
for
one in
offensive
defense,
teams.
even when they won.
Yeah, but
Usually
that's
they were
how
number
rare
one
it
in
is
defense.
for offensive teams to win titles. Steve Nash, the Jazz, they had great offenses, never was going to get a title. So again, we will give credit to offensive players when it wins titles, but we don't want to give credit to defensive players. The Rodman is the bad boy. It's funny because we can look at Tony Parker's contribution to the Spurs. He averaged 25 points in the finals, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, won the finals MVP. Isaiah Thomas did the same thing, averaged 27. And we'll be like, Isaiah Thomas, and we'll give credit to Tim Duncan, but we won't give credit to Dennis Rodman.
I said the same thing. I said it all the time. I say Tony Parker is the reason why LeBron didn't win that ring. If Tony Parker wasn't there, then LeBron wouldn't have won. But yes, most of those games going into the fourth quarter.
They still would have relaxed.
Wait a minute. Most of those games going into the fourth quarter was within like at least 9 points.
They were.
Tony Parker put the game away in almost every single one of them games. They could not stop that man.
And you know who that was? You know who that is? Isaiah Thomas. But you know what happened on the other end? Tim Duncan happens on the other end. Bruce Bowen happens on the other end. Because at the end of the day, if there's a showdown of scoring between LeBron James and Tony Parker, right? Okay, yeah. Tony Parker, who do Tony Parker got to score on?
Booby Gibson.
LeBron James got to score on.
Bruce Bowen and then Tim Duncan.
Bruce Bowen to Tim Duncan.
I mean, but also, wait a minute. LeBron guarded Tony Parker a lot in that series as well.
Yeah, but
and nobody could stop that man.
But Tony Parker just too fast for LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron's
it's
still
not going.
6'9". I mean, 280 pounds. You know, and Tony Parker again, him and Isaiah had the same game, which I'm arguing with a bunch of people who didn't really even watch Isaiah Thomas like I watch Isaiah Thomas. I'm trying to tell them that Tony Parker and Isaiah Thomas, they're the same player. Literally, just with the difference of opportunity. If you look at Tony Parker in championship seasons and Isaiah Thomas, their numbers are almost identical in championship seasons. Because that's how that point guard had to play when literally you might have been the best offensive weapon. And again,
let's go to the numbers.
Marcus Wire, who became a sixth man, who averaged 30 points a year or two before he played with them. That's because that offense wasn't enough. Same thing could be said for Manu Ginobili.
Also brought Adrian Danley too. They always have better scores than all the other team.
The defense, Tim Duncan, Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is the bad boy. Tim Duncan is the guy, just like Dennis Rodman was the guy. Yet somehow, we never want to give credit because he didn't put up 30 points or 26 points or 20 points. That 10 and 15 ain't enough. Lord knows, Gordon, Scottie Pippen, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, and Patrick Ewing in different playoff series, that ain't enough. You can't be the best, even though you just guarded literally every position through all the damn fucking playoffs to help your team win the championship. And you the defensive player of the year on a dreadful average offense, and you still can't get credit to defense. When are y'all gonna stop?
I mean, look,
y'all gonna just give it.
No,
Tony Parker. It's not like Tony Parker was some defensive savant either.
That's my point. That's why I'm comparing the best offensive players on great defensive teams. Somewhere the branding of Isaiah Thomas is confused with actually what Isaiah Thomas is on the court. But there's no confusion with Tony Parker and Tim Duncan. The confusion is with Isaiah Thomas and Dennis Rodman. That's the confusion.
Yeah, but that happens because again, people have seen what Isaiah Thomas did before he got there. Like what he did individually. Okay, they didn't. But like people who know basketball, you know, like okay, they basically had an offensive team before. They were very, very fast paced. They were even involved in the highest scoring game in the NBA history, Nuggets and Pistons. I think Isaiah had like 47 and 17 in that game. Like Isaiah has put up the huge numbers, especially for like a small guard, a guy who was like 6 feet. So you've seen Isaiah's work without Rodman.
Isaiah Thomas is Dame Lillard to Steph Curry. When we start talking about Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah, okay.
They tried to make their offense. The Showtime Lakers changed the NBA. Everybody tried to make a version of Showtime, right? Just like everybody trying to make a version of Golden State backcourt shooting threes. It's the same thing, and then you're going to give credit. But we'll be arguing in years to come, right? We'll be arguing about Dame Lillard versus some defensive savant, right? versus some other player who's been more successful. Kyrie Irving. We may argue one day Dame Lillard is better than Kyrie Irving, even though Kyrie Irving is a winner.
I mean, people already argue that.
And that's silly.
People already argue
the
that.
goal in this league, if you don't win any individual awards, is to win a championship. Winning individual awards and championships. Neither guy, Isaiah Thomas or motherfucking Tony Parker, never won individual awards. Yet we talk about them like Isaiah Thomas is the MVP of the league, or he's the defensive player of the league, or he's something. He's not. He was
first team 3 times.
He was a very good offensive player on an average offensive team, but a spectacular defensive team with an all-time great, if not the greatest, versatile defender of all time. No different than Tony Parker with Tim Duncan. No different. But
I hear you.
The offensive don't add up.
I hear you, but I think that Isaiah Thomas did what he did better than what Tony Parker did.
Yeah,
and again, we've seen Isaiah Thomas's work without Tim Duncan. And granted, now Tony Parker never got that opportunity. We don't know what he would have done, but we ain't seen it.
But you know what we seen? We seen 4 championships.
We did. I can't argue that. Can't argue that. But also, I think there's a separation between Tim Duncan and Dennis Rodman.
I keep telling you, he was only first in 1 and 2. I keep telling you that.
Yes, but I think the separation between but I think the separation between 1 and 2 is a large one because again, obviously Rodman may be the best defensive player of all time. Like no, one of them, Bill Russell, somebody else other than there, one of them. But Tim Duncan at his position, can you name me 5 power forwards better offensively than Duncan?
Probably, yeah, better offensively. Probably not that I could think of.
So that's the thing. Like,
but again, you don't have to be great at both sides of the ball. That's the confusion.
But Duncan was though. I feel you, but Duncan was though.
But again, and which is why he's the guy, right? You have to be uber great at both sides of the ball, right? But that don't change the fact the separation ain't that crazy because we're talking about a defender who makes Tim Duncan look like he can't defend, especially when it comes to versatility. And we're talking about the greatest offensive.
What you just say?
Listen.
Did you just say Dennis Rodman make Tim Duncan look like he can't play defense?
When you bring into the conversation of versatility.
Versatility when you bring the conversation, yes. Obviously, Tim Duncan couldn't go out there and guard no Michael Jordan, yes. That's yes. Or Tim Duncan can't go out there and guard no Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson, yes. I understand that, yes.
And again,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And that's crazy because Tim Duncan is such a fantastic defender, right? But that's how great Kevin Garnett is. I mean, excuse me, he's great too. But that's how great Dennis Rodman is at defense. Like,
yes, but great. I don't know about makes him look like he can't defend, but he is definitely a much, much more versatile defender than what Tim Duncan is. For sure.
And again, he's just a better defender. Like he's clearly a better defender. And that's a lot to say because Tim Duncan is an all-time great defender.
You don't even drink or smoke, but they need to give you a DUI for that. They need to give you a DUI for that. You don't even drink or smoke. They need to give you a DUI for that.
You caught this much of it. But listen, the point I'm saying to you is it's not that different. It's like Magic Johnson versus Michael Jordan, right? It's not that different. It's just one can be all-time great offense or all-time great defense can be equal to above average offense and above average defense. Like you could have one player, right, who's good offensively and good defensively, and you could have one player who's just so brilliant defensively that he's better than the guy who's decent offensively and decent defensively. Your job is to be the best version of you, and your team could you could become the cornerstone and the identity of your team. Dennis Rodman is the bad boy.
I agree with that.
The bad boy.
I agree. And I think that because again,
Magic Johnson is Showtime.
I agree.
You don't have it without him. You don't
I
have
agree.
the bad boys without Dennis Rodman.
And again,
he wasn't even the meanest person. They were some mean motherfuckers on that team. Joe Dumars was mean. Bill Laimbeer.
Rick Mahorn.
As much as I hate Bill Laimbeer, he's my favorite mean player of all. That's a mean person. Like right now, they doing interviews talking about that. He's like, yeah, I still shake them. Fuck them niggas. I ain't shaking their hands. Shit, nigga, y'all won. Be happy. I like that. Feel me? So when you start talking about identities, Tony Parker was the best offensive team on the Spurs for a championship.
But see, I don't actually believe that though. I just don't I don't think that was ever a point in time until maybe like the 2010s. I think 2010s when Duncan was much older and Parker still had some years left in him.
You got to think from 2007 and 8, probably going forward, he started averaging more points than Tim Duncan.
Yeah, but I still don't think he was the best offensive player on that team. I still think that Duncan made all of that work. He made the fact that you couldn't just key in on Tony Parker because Duncan was always such a threat.
But again, that's because you're trying to take credit.
I'm not trying to take credit away at all.
Listen, I don't care if you play with another all-time great. You got to be able to get buckets to get buckets.
You do.
You're not finna get like Scottie Pippen was the same Scottie Pippen whether Michael Jordan was on the court offensively. Scottie Pippen was all he could be with Michael Jordan and the same without him. It ain't like he went up 17 points after Michael Jordan left. It just wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't his game. So the point I'm saying to you is the reason I can say Tony Parker is better than Isaiah Thomas, right, is because literally they're the same player. One accomplished more at the highest levels. Either guy's an individual award winner. I agree. One guy won first team defense, which I don't know how he got over Michael Jordan, but whatever.
Because he averaged 21
point guard ever in the NBA.
Because he averaged 21 and 14 that season. That shit's crazy. 21 and 14, that shit don't happen every day. Yes, Jordan averaged 28 as a rookie, but 21 and 14 don't happen every day.
And Jordan 28 as a rookie.
That don't happen every day either. That don't happen. That don't either. That don't either.
But again, let's say he got that. He was never the best point guard in the NBA.
I agree. No, he wasn't.
Into the shooting guard position to get him at the first team. Because for sure, he wasn't ever going to be better than Magic fucking Johnson.
Nah, that's facts.
So my point I'm saying is, when you look at the All-NBA accomplishments, it ain't that far apart. It ain't that much different. The All-Star is about your branding. All-Star is all about branding. Who's branded the best? Now, the brand of Isaiah Thomas and the brand of Tony Parker is not even close.
I mean, Isaiah also was.
Is a nigga from here, a Chicago nigga from here, that's flashy as shit with the ball. Tony Parker is a French player who literally just plays basketball.
I mean, like, yes, but also Isaiah Thomas was also the best point guard in this conference for a decade. So that's also why that's also principle.
Yeah, but again, when you say he's the best, he's the second best point guard in the NBA at the time.
Yes, this is facts.
The thing is, what we're talking about is the underrated of Tony Parker and the overrated of Zeke. That's the conversation. And mind you, we talking about somebody I think at 5 in Tony Parker and 6 in Isaiah Thomas. So we talking about a spot. But I'm just telling you, it ain't that much separation.
Yeah, but see, I don't think. Yeah, but see, that's what they're talking about. I don't think Tony Parker should be 6. I think GP. I think Jason Kidd.
How can a point guard, right? How can I put Jason Kidd, who literally was pretty much a horrible shooter, like probably the worst? Lonzo Ball is Jason Kidd. Same.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think Lonzo Ball, if he get it together, could be a top 10 point guard ever because he Jason Kidd.
But it got to be in defense.
What'd you say, TPJ? Your mic hella muted.
My bad. Glasses. Who's your top 5 point guards? Because like we've been talking about in text, like the people watching this don't know that. So like, who are you? Yeah, go ahead.
Magic Johnson, Cousy. Cousy. A lot of niggas don't give Cousy credit, but Cousy invented the fast break.
I'm not giving him credit.
Just listen. Cousy invented the fast break. Cousy led the league in assists 8 to 9 times. Cousy was an MVP. Cousy won 6 championships in a league with Jerry West. That's special. That's not no punk. In a league with Big O. That's not no punk. You're not no punk when you're doing that. You compete against other quality point guards and shooting guards. Jerry West is a quality guard. Oscar Robertson is a quality guard. He was better than those guards, right? So you got Magic, you got Cousy, you got Big O. No, you got Steph, excuse me. You got Steph, you got Big O, and you got Tony Parker.
It's like, I can't put Tony Parker. I just can't put Tony Parker right. I feel you, but I just can't, like, no. I can't. I don't think he was that as on the level as them.
So, Pavy, who are yours?
If I had to pick my 5, I would say, in this order, Magic Johnson. I'm gonna just say Steph Curry. I'm gonna say Steph Curry because I think that he 2-time MVP, even first MVP, hilarious. Was a part of a team that won 73 games. We had never seen that before. They often led them to 73 games. Now they didn't win a ring that year. A lot of things happened, but the offense led them to 73 games. I'm gonna put Cousy at 3 because I just want to respect the older generation. I'm gonna put Oscar at 4, and I'm gonna put Isaiah at 5. I just am. I think for a guy his size to do what he did in his era, I fully understand the fact that, the Pistons, they weren't led by Isaiah the way a lot of people think they were when they were winning championships. Boy, still for what?
But how do you put at that point, how do you put Zeke over Frazier? They have the same accomplishments.
Fair. But how you put TP over Frazier?
The 4 championships. You got to win in this league.
Don't Clyde got 2?
Yes, like Isaiah Thomas. You put them together and you get Tony Parker. 4.
And wait. But Frazier,
I'm crying.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Man said,
But Frazier,
put them together and you get Tony Parker.
hold on, wait. But Frazier is the same score that both of them is, and it's better on defense than both of them was too.
Much better.
So you still?
I'm
so
listening. I'm listening to y'all.
So that don't account for nothing.
You got.
I understand about.
Just listen. Both of them depended, right, on their bigs to become their defensive centerpieces, right? You got Willis Reed, right? You got Dennis Rodman, right? You got Tim Duncan. You needed that defense from those guys to anchor the championship. So at that point, it's about the compliment to those guys winning a championship. It's about, that's it. So one guy they're all in theory the same player. They're all in theory close to the same player. The only difference is Tony Parker won 4 championships. It's the only difference. They're all the same guy. None of them 4 you could build no 3 you could build a winner around. You couldn't build a winner around Zeke. Because with Zeke offense, you couldn't build a winner.
Yes, you could. Come on.
You're
more disrespectful to Isaiah Thomas than Michael Jordan.
Hey, hold on, man. Clyde 7-time first team all defense.
Clyde is the man.
So I don't. He was. People don't even. He was first person to shoot. He was.
But the point I'm saying is, right, it gotta win you championships. All this shit is cool when it win you championships. Until then, I gotta compare you with the other niggas that ain't won championships. Listen, in reality, I should be putting Gary Payton higher.
We all should.
Gary Payton is the only point guard in the history of the NBA, feel me, to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Y'all ain't even listen to my 5.
Greatest defensive point guard of all time.
Y'all ain't even listen to my 5.
Say your 5, bro.
My 5 are Magic Johnson number 1, Steph Curry number 2, Oscar Robertson number 3, Steve Nash 4, Russell Westbrook number 5.
We ain't gonna take you serious.
What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?
Nobody even won in your shit. How many people won?
What you mean? Steph Curry won? Magic Johnson won? Oscar Robertson won? Steve Nash didn't? Russ didn't?
How your top 5 is career losers?
Not all of them.
How half of your top 5 is career losers?
Yeah, but they were also most valuable players.
Oh, you just love the offense. It just made you.
No, it ain't just about the offense, man. Come on, man. Stop that.
Then what is it about?
Stop
what
that.
Is it about when you talk about Steve Nash?
Ain't it about winning? Is it not about winning? Is it not about winning? You love talking about defense. You know what I love talking about? Winning. Is it about winning, Glasses?
Where's the rings?
Okay, fine. I feel you.
So
I feel you. But also, huh? What do you mean? 2-time MVP. He was the MVP when Kobe was at his peak and Shaq was near the end of his peak or at his peak, depending on where you were. LeBron was in the league. When LeBron in the league when Steve Nash won MVPs? I don't want to hear that. Tim Duncan was in the league.
So MVPs over trophies.
Yeah, but the NBA history not gonna remember the fact that it was a suspension because somebody left the bench. NBA history not gonna remember that. I will. I remember that. So I'm not just looking at
who didn't win because their team left the bench.
Because literally, what do you mean? One of the Suns got suspended because they left the bench when what's his face elbow Steve Nash into the stanchion when his nose is all bloody and shit.
That's why the Suns didn't win the championship.
That's why they didn't win that series. That's like Draymond slapping LeBron on the nuts. If Draymond don't get suspended for that, the Warriors winning that fucking series. Stop it. What? Huh?
I can't say that. And I agree, but I can't just say that.
Come on. Nah, come on, G. I'm not rocking with that.
I mean, to be fair, Adrian Danley don't get a
but also, this is the thing. This is the thing. I think Russell Westbrook is the greatest player ever to have never won a championship.
Nigga.
Dead ass. Dead ass. Who's better than him? Who's better than him? Hell no. No, he's not better than Russell Westbrook. Pound for pound? Karl Malone averaged 30, 10, and 10. No.
Who cares about 30-10?
What? He took his team to the playoffs. He single-handedly eliminated the Nuggets from out of playoff contention.
It's the Nuggets.
What? It don't matter. It don't matter.
The
It
Nuggets
don't
wasn't like.
matter. It don't matter. It happened, G. What that's supposed to mean? That was an MVP season.
So he's a top 5 point guard because he eliminated the Nuggets.
No, he's a top 5 point guard because he's been to the finals once. He's an MVP. He's averaged a triple double 2 years in a row. Look at the man rebounding numbers. Look at the man assist averages. The only thing he literally cannot do is shoot. And if we gonna talk about just shooting, then I don't want to hear that. And you the main one that love to talk about how great Dennis Rodman is because he grabbed rebounds. Imagine if Dennis Rodman was going out there and give you 6 points like he was, and give you 15 rebounds and 10 assists. Then you would be like, holy shit, that's what Draymond should be doing. But you know who not doing that? Draymond. You know who is doing that? Russell Westbrook, and he giving you 30 on it, a 30 ball,
and it's costing him wins.
I don't want to hear that, man. Stop
Just
that.
like it cost-
Stop
just
that.
like I
It didn't cost them. It
had
didn't cost them wins when they
just
lost
like
in the
I had this
finals.
just like
I
had
blame
this
the rest before I blame Russell Westbrook for
I
that.
had this conversation with Pavy. The whole time Will Chamberlain had what he needed to win the championship. All he had to do was stop fucking hot dogging. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. Pass the ball, nigga. Nobody needs your 50 and 25. That ain't gonna work at the end. Same thing with Russell Westbrook. If he stopped fucking up and actually let everybody else do their job, he probably win.
I don't know about that. I
But
think
you know what?
What?
The stat patters and people like you who overaward stat padding and overaward offense, he know he gonna have y'all singing and praising. Shit is about championships, like rap is about plaques.
Hey, Glasses. I want to talk to you about something, but I want to know if you want to talk about it. If you're gonna be mad at me if we talk about this.
What's that?
Because I want to talk about this 6ix9ine thing because I saw you tweet something, and me as a journalist, I actually have an honest question. Like, I feel like, do you think that rap journalists should ignore him? Because I saw you post that you said if any publication is posting anything about him, then they not for the culture. So as a journalist, as someone who covers the culture, and he is a part of this phenomenon.
Do you consider yourself hip hop?
Yeah.
Hip hop meaning you consider yourself street.
No, I'm not street.
You ever did a crime?
I'm from the street, but I'm not street.
Have you ever did a crime?
I'm from the street, but I'm not street. I just told you that.
Sure.
You
Have
said,
ever
are you
did a
considered
crime?
to be street? No.
No,
I'm not out here doing crimes. No.
Have you ever did a crime?
I'm not out here doing crimes. No.
I didn't say are you currently a
Okay.
criminal? I said have you
Yes.
ever done a crime?
Yeah. When I was
Would
5,
you
I'm
be
sure I
okay
sold stuff out the
if
store.
somebody- So listen. So would you be okay?
When I was living in the hood, when I was a kid, I'm sure I stole stuff out the store. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so if you and your friend stole something,
Uh-huh.
let's
Go
say
ahead.
your friend came and got you to steal something because he didn't have no food to eat.
Okay.
And then y'all both go to jail and he's like, well, he stole it.
Yeah. I'm sorry for laughing at that, but
my issue with that red dog is simple. And I get why the general public don't understand it. The general public thinks he's a victim. Oh, he got violated.
I don't think he a victim.
They slept with his baby moms. They tried to rob him. This shit happens all the time in the hood. This normal shit. The problem is none of that matters because you have a guy who misused poor people. He misused poor black people. He took advantage of the fact they didn't have nothing. He used his power. They were in jail for 2 hits he placed. He sold heroin. They weren't in jail for their own crimes. They were in jail for the crimes that he orchestrated. And then when
He was out putting hits on people.
yeah.
He was out putting hits on people.
And then he came home bragging about telling it and was like, the reason for him not wanting to be held accountable for his own crimes was because somebody fucked his baby mom. Somebody was fucking her before you. That's not your broad, dog. That none of that matters. It don't have nothing to do with. It's not about loyalty. It's not about none of that. It's about being a man and being held accountable. So if you call yourself a part of the hip hop culture, which means you have some ethics as far as the street goes, or you have some ethic for anything that's urban, because this is not this is a problem. Politicians call people snitches. Police call people snitches.
This is true.
This is a problem amongst anyone. So my thing is, if you're calling yourself a hip hop journalist, if you're calling yourself a hip hop publication, and you support that dude, you a rat.
Okay, now this is my question. Now, do you look at support as being covering it, or do you think that everybody should just kind of let it fade to black? Like, do you understand
Well,
what I'm
it's not gonna
saying? Like, it's
it's not
still
gonna
gonna
fade to
happen. He's
black.
still gonna chart on the billboard and stuff like that, and whatever. But like, as rap publications, right? Is it even considered to be rap? As you just said, if you're not of the hip hop culture, what is that? I mean, like, or is this just strictly like some corporate marketing shit? Because obviously, it's still got to be a machine around it to push it and make it happen.
I mean, at the end of the day, the guy is a quality guy when it comes to making records. He understands marketing well. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? The issue is when you're posting his new songs, when you're supporting his, when you're like today, he's literally ridiculing people he got put in prison. He's ridiculing them.
Yeah.
It's a joke that he took other people's lives. He didn't care about their kids, their family.
Yeah.
He just took care of himself. So supporting him is posting his content, sharing his shenanigans. Now it's not gonna phase out. You know, he's gonna get murdered before it phase out. But the thing is, if you're supporting it, if you're bringing light to that shenanigans, you feel me? That's the problem. Like it's another thing. Like, dog, that dude is the worst. He's worse than a pedophile. A pedophile mind is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like me, you, P. We don't have to not look at a kid. We've never probably met a 3-year-old kid. I would imagine none of us have met a 3-year-old kid, even when we were 3, that we thought were attractive. So if your mind is fucked up enough to where you think a 3-year-old kid is attractive, there's something wrong with your mind.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. The difference is 6ix9ine chose, that rat chose to be a piece of shit. He didn't want to be held accountable. So anybody that support that share his content, that promote what he's doing, dog, it's totally fraud and flawed. Like, as far as hip hop goes. Now, if you're a white guy, you feel me, and you don't really care, like all his fans, you're a white celebrity, then you don't care. You don't have no ethics. You know what I mean? It's just money. Hey, he has money. I'm going to follow him.
Yeah.
But if you're like us, you're supposed to have ethics. And it ain't about street ethics. It's about masculine ethics. It's about human being ethics, wanting to be held responsible for your own actions. You don't throw other people under the bus to get away with your shit.
Yeah, you literally called hits on people. You literally called hits on people.
On video.
On video.
People, and then told the police, like, yeah, I gave him the money to go shoot the dude. Sammy the Bull murdered 130-some people, 120-some people. They still kept John Gotti in jail. They was like, you tell on John Gotti. So this nigga John Gotti ain't murdered nobody.
Yeah.
This is the same situation. This dude is using them. But again, man, this is the same conversation. It still come down to that little boy being not one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? And them allowing him to do what he did to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot deeper than everybody imagines. You know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as.
Do you think people, and this is no disrespect, but do you think people like you and me and rappers like Meek and all these rappers that are responding and talking about it, do you think you guys are giving it more light than letting it die? Or?
No, what we doing is we making sure the streets know that he is motherfucking green lit. Ain't nobody fucking with him. Ain't nobody that matters taking up for him. So if anybody see him, if you go overseas and you see him, if you see his child, his mother, all that shit fair play, because he playing dirty. And when you play dirty, there's no rules.
Yeah. Do you think?
No.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, do you think publications that post memes and stuff like that, and like I see people posting like his new hair colors and all that stuff, do you think that kind of stuff? I mean, like you talk about the culture, like I feel like I get into a lot of these conversations about like the culture, and everybody on Twitter that's like, you know, this huge Dr. Umar fans or whatever always want to come at me and be like, yo, like if you don't believe in things this way, or this person can't be of the culture because of this or that, but then you will see people like posting memes or reacting to memes of him or things of that sort. Do you think that kind of stuff is out of bounds too in terms of publications posting memes? Like, do you think that the business of him as an entity should stop publications from dealing with him from a cultural standpoint? Because obviously everybody loves to throw around this word culture, but to a lot of people, what does that really mean? Especially when you're dealing with a person like him, where you say the streets and people like that don't really fuck with him and the things that he does. I mean, does that make sense? I mean, like, I'm not gonna name specific
think-
publications. I'm just gonna say that I've seen it a lot today in terms of like memes and gifs and all of this stuff like that. Like, I mean, everybody loves to, and on everybody's debate show, loves to throw around the word culture. You bring up the culture.
Well, hip
That's
hop.
an honest question.
I had this conversation with the homie, right? And I was explaining to him Drake is not hip hop. Like, right? Drake is a rapper. It's different, right? Hip hop, the culture itself represents lifestyle.
Okay.
Hip hop is all about the streets.
Okay.
It's not about gangbanging. Gangbanging just happens to be about the streets. It's not about drug dealing. Drug dealing just happened to be something happening in the streets. Hip hop is all about the upside down. It's all about the upside down. Like, if you ever seen the TV show Stranger Things, it's all about the monsters. It's all about the upside down. It's about the opposite of mainstream culture. It's about informing mainstream culture on what's going on in this other dimension, right? So long as your raps represent that conversation, that's what hip hop is about. Now, everybody rapping, like, let's say a Drake, that don't mean he's hip hop. He's just a good rapper. He can rap. He's a rapper. He's a pop rapper. His first song was a pop song. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's a confusion that everybody rap have to be hip hop. Well, Debbie Harry from Blondie was rapping in the damn 70s. That don't mean she's hip hop.
I mean, yeah, but he not also rapping about killing people either.
That's why, but that's my point. He raps about mainstream topics. Until now he's rapping about killing people. It's weird. But which is weird. J. Cole rapping about killing people. He got a list. I don't know what's going on, but the point that I'm saying is, like, being a part of the culture, like, it's a lot of journalists, it's a lot of things in rap today. You feel me? They're not like rap. Hip hop is not dominating. You have a lot of rap columnists, but that's pop columnists. Feel me? So,
I agree.
Like, how rare? Like, you know for sure who's not gonna interview him? The Breakfast Club. They are hip hop outlet.
1,000%. Yeah, I just think as far as
will they?
They're not.
I would love to have that conversation with Charlamagne. I'm sure. I know you know him, but I would love to have that conversation on if they go interview him.
I
know High 97 now because Ebro does not fuck with that man at all.
Yeah, but it's not that they know he's a vulture to the culture. They understand what he is. So the Breakfast Club not going to interview him. Hot 97 not going to participate. 92, 3. The hip hop, the true hip hop outlets, the urban outlets is not fucking with that. They're not truly fucking with that. Now, don't get me wrong. In rap now, we have a ton of mainstream outlets that are fooling people like they're urban colleges. They're hip hop. They're not. They're just covering anything pop.
Yeah.
That's the catch.
Yeah, I think it depends on what you pride yourself on. Like you said, like a lot of these publications that you see posting it, they aren't really like, I don't think they pride themselves on quote unquote the culture. I think they just pride themselves on, all right, this is hot, this will get us clicks.
Yeah, let me just do this money. I'm gonna get whatever money is available.
Yeah, like I don't think protecting quote unquote the culture is like what they're here to do. So I think it just depends on.
It's not even about protecting the culture. It's about having ethics as a human being.
Yeah.
That's what the culture is more about than anything. Like, culture. Culture is all about where you grew up. The street, hip hop is the streets.
Yeah.
It don't mean like the streets mean you got to be doing something wrong. It just means you came up the hard way. You was on the upside down of the world. Yeah,
no, I feel you. I do. I mean, I do agree in terms of the morals and ethics and stuff. Like I said, I'm from the streets. I'm not of it. Like that's kind of the road my family went down. That's why I was like, yo, I'm gonna do other shit. So that's why I ventured out to do other shit.
You really are of the streets. The confusion is the streets mean you can't get a job. The streets the streets mean you can't have a podcast. Like, I got homies that's from my gang, dog, that have had the same job for 20 years. Mm-hmm. Like, I got a homie, Mad Dog, my big homie Mad Dog, drive a cement truck. He had that job for 20 years. Nobody in the gang asked you to throw your life away. If you're not going to do nothing with your life, we got something constructive for you to fuck it up. But if you're going to go to school, your homies are going to pressure you to go to school. If you're going to play football, your homies are going to pressure you to play football. They not going to be like, hey, don't play football. Fuck football. Come over here. Like, niggas going to be like, yo, we coming to your game, nigga. We're going to support whatever it is. When I wanted to rap, my big homie Boo gave me the money. He gave me half of the money I need. He didn't be
Really?
like, oh, fuck that rap shit, nigga. Here, take this. Fuck that. Here go 2 gallons, nigga. This PCP, this Sherm, my nigga, get back in the. No, he's like, that's what you want to do. You gonna really do it? I'm gonna really do it.
Yeah.
So it's a confusion that the streets mean you trapped or it's bad. It's not. It's growing up on the upside down. The have-nots, the haves and the have-nots. Feel me? So when you part of the have-nots in that culture, feel me? That's what the streets is. It don't mean you got to be a criminal. You got to have a great job. Like, I'm a gangbanger. I won't let people tell me I'm an ex-gangbanger or his ex-gangbanger. No, I'm from the set right now today. This is 7th Street Watts. Period. You feel me? That don't mean I got to throw my life away. That don't mean I got to go out and steal purses. That don't mean I got to go out and rape women. That means I can do exactly what I'm doing, and I'm proud of my homies, and I'm proud of where I grew up at. And if you do something to one of my homies, I'm going to do something to your ass about it.
Yeah. And if you're around people who want you to throw your life away, then you need to switch you around. Because if they fuck with you, they shouldn't want you to do that.
If friends and family ain't worth throwing your life away, then what's worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, like my neighborhood is special too. Like, it ain't like a bunch of strangers. It ain't like if some nigga that got put on yesterday that I don't know, I'm finna go throw my life away. That nigga better handle his own business.
Yeah.
But if it's Ron, if it's my homeboy Slow, if it's my big homie Moon, if it's Plug, if it's my big homie, shit, I'll throw my life away from them niggas fast. Shit, hey, fuck it. I'm probably gonna get away with it.
Shit.
That's friends and family. That's all gangs is. So back to the point of the streets, you feel me? That's what the conversation is. It don't mean you got to be a thug. I mean you got to throw your life away. It means if you feel like men should be accountable for their actions, you feel me? That's what you don't respect.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. I mean, personally, I just think that it's one of them things that, like, I think all of us, we gotta kind of just let die. In terms of kind of just like the brand and stuff. If that's really what everybody is about, which it seems like that's what, kind of where things are. But I do think that it's, oh shit, my camera just died. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Y'all talk. I'll be right back.
I think he's gonna get popped off. I think he's gonna get killed.
I mean, I'm just interested. I don't think, as far as him in the hip hop community, I don't think that's gonna last. But I'm interested to see how the general public, how long they receive this. Like, I think it's cool right now. It just got out, so it's like, oh, okay, it's like exciting. Like, if you were a 12-year-old white kid, it probably seemed mad cool that he did this because you don't really understand what happened. You have no idea. You don't know about their life, so you have zero idea what happened. You don't understand. So it probably seems mad cool to you. But how long is it cool to you for? Like, how long? Like, how long is that shit gonna be interesting? Like, yeah, this on you like, oh yeah, I snitched. Like, ooh, but it's like, how long is that interesting? How long do people find it interesting? Like, how long is your moment of whatever you gonna have? And like, luckily for him, we can't really go nowhere. Like, people can't really go nowhere. You can't do no shows. But then once we do be able to like venture out into the world, he gonna have to answer for some of the things that he's done. Like, don't think that everybody is just cool with it. Like, everywhere you go, don't nobody know nobody that knows somebody that ain't mad at you. You had to be very.
And it go further with the point you're making, dog. It's politicians who don't like snitching.
There's a lot of people, and what you did was so hard. What you did was so high profile, and everybody knows you, and you look funny. Like, it's not hard to find you, bro. You look hella funny. So my thing is like that, and also, like I said, how long do these antics stay interesting?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like to give it too much attention. You know what I mean? The reality for me is, like, that dude is a rat. Let me put this out so y'all know right off the rip. I'm not fucking with that. That dude is a rat. That dude is a rat. He's dishonorable. He's another kind of human. He's the worst. He's worse than a pedophile. He's the worst person on earth. Whatever happened to him, his family, I feel like he deserves everything. Anything bad happened, he deserves it. Just because he didn't want to be held accountable for his own sins, and he decided to throw somebody else under the bus for the things that he had them do.
Respectable. TPJ, your mic muted, bro. Your mic still muted, bro.
Is it? Yeah. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Yeah. But what I was gonna say was we can move on from that. What I did want to talk talk about Glass. I don't know if you got to go, but I do want to talk about real quick the NBA. Is Adam Silver hosted a call. Pavy, do you have them tweets by any chance in front of you, or can you talk about it? Can you intro it? The NBA might come back this season. I believe Adam Silver said that he believes that the players need 3 weeks of a training camp, and they're looking at potentially maybe June. No fans, obviously. What do you think about that, Glasses? I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
Nah. I
You
think
mute yourself on accident, Glasses? Glasses. Oh, damn, he hung up. But Pavy, what do you think about that? The NBA is eyeing a return in June. What do you think about that?
Like we had a conversation with Ricky G. It's not really the players I'm more so worried about. I'm kind of worried about, coaches, staff members, guys who are older who, like, if they catch it, they may not be okay. Like if like God forbid, but like let's say just Giannis happens to catch coronavirus. I think Giannis, a young, athletic, 24-year-old will probably be. He might even feel no effects. But a guy like you said, like a Pop. What about Coach Bud? What about some of these older guys? What about the owners? What about the scouts and staff members and these guys like that? And like Ricky said, you don't want to have a face on it. Like right now, everybody who, it sucks to say, I hate to say it like this, but the people who have like the people who have perished, it's not like, for instance, the Rudy Gobert. Like people had coronavirus before, but once like Rudy Gobert, somebody you can attach to a name to it gets it, then it becomes something different. You don't want to be the face of it. You don't want to be the face of you don't want to be the face of incompetence. And that's what the NBA could possibly become, is the face of incompetence. Also, with the fact that regular human beings can't get tested every day, do you really want to be the people who want to make sure that they get tested every day and possibly are taking something away from human beings who may be very, very sick and they can't get tested every day? That's another PR thing. Like, do you really want to do that? So, like, if there is a way that, they can like possibly do it, great, but I don't really see how it returns and how it really returns. Also, you got to worry about injuries. Like, that's another thing I'm worried about. Guys getting out there and playing and they not really ready to play. You done had guys sitting down for however long. Also, guys scared to even come to the facility. So it's like, I think it's like a lot of things that you have to worry about. But I understand why they're trying to do it, because everybody has lost so much money in this situation. Everybody has lost so much money. And that's the difference between like this like crisis and any other one. Usually in most crises, everybody isn't losing money. Everybody is losing money. No matter how rich you are, poor you are, everybody's taking the L in some way, shape, or form. Everybody's taking the L because you physically can't go out there and help the economy. Yeah. In turn, the economy can't help you.
Yeah.
So I understand why they're trying to do it, but I just think it's a lot of risk. And they got to be careful because, again, you don't want to be a symbol of incompetence. Let the NFL be that. If the NFL want to be that, okay, cool, whatever. The NFL is known for being a symbol of incompetence in certain ways to our society already. But you don't want to be the symbol of incompetence. You already were the reason the world stopped.
Yeah.
Seriously, like you already were the reason the world, like you put the world on notice that coronavirus is a real thing. You don't want to put the word on notice about incompetence of coronavirus because somebody who has a name in your organization, God forbid, something happens to them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I think that you definitely don't, like you said, you don't want to have a face to it. I think Ricky G brought up a really, really good point. And I do think if you're Adam Silver, I think that the thing that I got from what Woj was tweeting was that kind of he informed the players that he understands that there is a risk. And I think as long as they understand that there is a risk, I think that you kind of it kind of is what it is. Because if you're these guys, and we just had this argument, about guys being broke and what they should do if they're broke, and you know what I mean? Like we were literally just having this argument. Am I lying? Like we were literally just having an argument.
Yeah, we were.
So like if you're Adam Silver and Woj just saying that he's communicating to the players that there are gonna be significant financial ramifications, if you're looking literally, if you're a player and you're looking at this, you're thinking, damn, we could literally be out of hundreds of millions of dollars as an entire organization, in terms of the players and the union. So like I said, like I think even when we were talking about Brandon Ingram getting his contract, it's gonna be very, very interesting to see what happens with a lot of these guys' contracts.
By the way, also real quick.
Real
quick. Also, DM me a link. This girl I know, she said she wants to come.
All right. Got you.
But continue.
Let's get it. Let's get it. We in here. Put her name in the private chat, please. Do you know how to access the private chat?
Yeah, I see.
All right. Okay. Cool. That's the link right there. But put her name in the private chat and then tell her to go ahead and log in, and then we'll get with her. But I just think that Adam Silver really has to understand that yes, we want sports back. We desperately want it back. But I think that there's a certain risk where even in terms of them testing guys, like they said they would be able to test guys every day. How can you I want to know how. Does that make sense? Like I feel like everybody's biggest problem with Trump is because everybody's been like, okay, you saying this, but how? Does that make sense? And he just like talk to the governors. I don't know. How? So all I'm asking is how, Adam Silver? How, Sway? All
Even
I'm
that,
asking
like,
is how.
I mean, even that, like, you know, like he was like, okay, well, like, you know, we hope that if you know, somebody gets coronavirus, we'll just isolate them. Okay, let's say in a scenario you get to game 6 of a deciding game in the conference finals, and fucking Anthony Davis gets coronavirus. Now he can't play.
Come on, why you
I'm saying like AD or like having a Lakers starting lineup get coronavirus.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like that's not even fair. That's not fair, bro. My season is like literally we get to a deciding game 7 and half of my starting lineup or my star player get corona. Now he got to sit down. That's literally not fair. That's not competitive. That's not fair.
Yeah.
And then even if we win, he got to be quarantined for 14 weeks. So his playoffs is over.
I mean, so what? Do he want to make money? This is about money. Okay?
I understand it.
Money. Do you hear me? money. Money. That's all this is about. It's about money. And that's what it is. And
I get that
all
it's
of
about
these guys, you want money. And if you're Adam Silver, you're saying, look, y'all can want money, but y'all gotta be
play
willing,
for it.
y'all gotta be willing to die for this money. Cause that's basically what it is. Am I lying?
I mean,
literally,
yeah.
You have to
I
be
don't know
willing to. How? You have to potentially be willing to put your life at risk if you want this.
Your or your families, your or your own families.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that to be like an asshole or to be crass, but also it's just like it kind of is what it is. Like that's the predicament that he's in. But also, if you're the players, like Daryl Morey really shot the entire players union in the foot. So, yeah, he did.
Yeah, I mean, well, she didn't respond yet. I'm waiting on her to respond. We'll
that's fine.
like to see if she responds.
I mean, that's fine. You don't have to respond to me out loud. That's the point of the private chat, bro.
My bad. But nah. He did. I think that knowing if he would have known what was on the horizon, he probably wouldn't have let that tweet out at all. If he would have known what was on the horizon, he probably would have just put his personal opinions on the back burner a little bit and left that alone a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that personally, the NBA just has to. I think first you let an outdoor league return, and then you figure it out from there. But also, I said this: I don't understand why is it that they can't play in football stadiums.
I can say they should just play next year.
No, play in football stadiums. It's big, it's huge, a lot of air in there. You could run ventilation. You could, and even me and Jerry World, leave a roof open, turn the AC on. Too hot.
But how much does it cost to rent out a football stadium? That's also the thing. How much does it cost to rent out these stadiums?
You got to have personnel there. You just need people literally there to turn on.
Yeah, but how much does it cost to rent out? Okay, so let's say you want to play at the stadium, right? Let's say you want to do 2 sites every day, right? You basically got to rent a football stadium out for 2 months. They already losing mad money. Like, do you want to
put half the games on one side, half the games
I understand what you're saying, but still, you got to rent a football stadium out for 2 months.
And performances in there.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
The rapper don't want to perform again.
I feel you, but I don't think they want us. I think they're trying to do this the most cost-effective way possible. I don't think renting out a football stadium is the most cost-effective way possible that they're going to be able to do this. I think they would rather do it in gyms like smaller and medium-sized gyms, whatever, like with 2 courts, whatever you have 2 games going at the same time or something like that, or 2 games back-to-back, like, you know, NCAA style, something like that, clean the locker rooms, go in there back-to-back, something like that, and do it that way. I don't think they want to spend money renting a whole football stadium out.
I think that what they need to do is try to build an entertainment product that's going to last beyond coronavirus. And I think now is the time for you to do that. And I think that they could be lazy or they could be innovators. And I think that that's really what it's going to boil down to. Are they going to be lazy or are they going to be innovators? Because if they're going to be innovators, then they'll figure out a way to make it happen, to support the players, to make sure that everybody's healthy. Even as a media member, like, I still want to cover it. I still do want to cover it. Even
we're not going to be able to cover those games.
Even if they give me a test, I'll take a test. I saw Schmo. He went to go cover the UFC event. I'll take a fucking coronavirus test. Let's do it right now. Let's do that shit right now. I'll take a test. Let's go. You know, I want to cover the leagues. Like, I was even watching old Kawhi clips. I'm like, damn. I did ask Kawhi about his tech, and he was just like, he made a call I ain't like, so I got mad, and he called a tech.
I'm gonna keep it G with you. I'm gonna keep it G with you. We not gonna be there.
I'm going. You can say what you
no. Like, if they invite us to go and they let us to go, sure, I will gladly have my ass there.
Look,
they not going.
If they have media there, I'm gonna be there because I want to go.
I mean, if they have media there, sure, but I don't think they're gonna have media.
We'll make it happen because guess what? We still been covering the league even during all of this, and we ain't just talking about no articles. We've been making
but I don't think they're gonna.
The league. Huh?
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna have media there if they do bring it back. I just don't see how. I just think everybody is kind of at risk, and it's hard to guarantee everybody's safety. Because even with the media, like, do you get instant results back? Also, like, would the media have to, like, let's say when I had the games in Vegas or like Florida, I'm assuming the media would have to stay there. Like, you have to stay in Vegas. I don't think you can go home and come back. Like,
you don't, G. You wouldn't want to go to Vegas. What you doing?
I mean, sure, I'd gladly take myself to Vegas.
You wouldn't want to go to Vegas. You ain't
gladly would take myself. I would gladly take myself to Vegas.
All right, then. So what you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, everything is logistics, and it's something that they would have to be really innovative and work really, really hard to figure out in such a short period of time. Like with the NFL, they have 4 or 5 months to figure out how they're gonna make this work. The NBA ain't got that one time.
I disagree with that. I think that they have enough time. I really do. I think even if they set up green and, like I said, set up green and blue screens everywhere, like, you can make it happen, G. I know
green and blue screens.
Yeah. Set up like green and blue screens around the players and put them in a 3D arena. You can make that happen. Render it live, G. Put them in a 3D arena or put some fake crowd noise in there or whatever. Like, I think that there are ways for them to be innovative. Shout out to Luke Johnson. He just donated to us in euros. He said, who's better all time to y'all, Russ or Harden? He also said, it's Harden to me, and that's not close. What do you think? Hello?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay. Sorry, I definitely just played that.
I'm like, what?
I definitely played that.
Fuck. I guess oh my God. I think they honestly about even, bro.
Really?
I know you want me to pick somebody better, but I honestly think they're about even. I mean, really? Like, they both have like 1 MVP. I still think Harden should have 3, but he has 1. They've both done historic things. I mean, I think Harden is like the 10th highest scoring season of all time. Russell Westbrook averaged 3 straight triple doubles. I know Harden has had a little bit more success on his own, but we don't know what they were going to do this year. I thought they could have done great things this year. Also, the thing about the Thunder is they've kind of been hurt. Every time they got to the playoffs, they were hurt by the time they got there. Also, we have seen what Harden has done with a team that's fully committed to him. I don't think the Thunder ever fully committed to Russell Westbrook. I don't think they're fully committed to building a team for Russell Westbrook around Russell Westbrook.
I told you, like I told you, Glasses, Russ is the greatest player to never have won a championship.
I think he's one of them. I don't know. I don't think he's the best yet because again, his story isn't finished. I think that the best player to never win the championship as it is Karl Malone. Second most points all time, however many All-Star appearances, 2-time MVP, fucking however many it don't matter. Russ ain't never won 2 MVPs.
Karl Malone averaged triple-double.
Russ ain't never won 2 MVPs. I don't know how many times first team Carter been second team all defense a couple times. Russ ain't second in scoring. Now, as it stands, when the book is all said and done, if Russ don't win, then this may be something I will agree with you on. But right now, I think it's Karl Malone. Now, I think that Russell Westbrook is somewhere in the discussion, along with Harden, along with Russ, along with some of these guys, but he's not the best yet. But if I had what?
Yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say real quick. Shout out to Massive NBA for making those graphics for us, man. We really appreciate that. Make sure I told him yo, every time you give us a graphic, we're gonna give you a shout out. We're gonna make sure that the people know to go follow you. So go follow Massive NBA. He puts up a lot of dope debates and random player versus. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a Russell Westbrook versus James Harden one tomorrow, as well as a Karl Malone versus Russell Westbrook one. So that way we can put that on Twitter. That'll be super dope. So make sure you go follow Massive NBA. That's Massive NBA. Go follow, bro, man. Been making some super dope visuals. Our Twitter literally has not stopped because of it. Because of the Isaiah Thomas versus Tony Parker argument. But go ahead, Pavy. Continue.
I honestly think it's about even. I don't think either one is top 25 yet. I think both of them probably around, I want to say maybe 25 to 35, somewhere in that range. But again, we don't know what the story is. Who knows what the story is? They get to a finals. I think that either one of them winning a ring. Either one of them winning a ring would catapult them into a different stratosphere. And then we would talk about them in a completely different light because their individual numbers are going to be really hard to argue with together, though. So their individual numbers are going to be really hard.
We got to guess. All righty, let's get it. We got Daniel Belts calling in right now. What's up, Daniel? I am now about to add you to the stream. Daniel, what's good? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
What you doing right now? You better be drinking.
I drank a little bit. I took a gummy as well, so we'll see.
Yeah, he's like
you're in a different way.
Feeling wavy.
Yeah.
Feeling wavy. How you doing, man? What's good, man? Last time we saw you, you was asleep on Hoops and Brews.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you, man. How you doing, man? We had a very interesting conversation a minute ago with Glasses Malone. Not sure if you saw that at all.
Is that the Tony Parker bullshit I saw?
No, I mean, yeah, we were talking about that as well as we was talking about the whole 6ix9ine scenario and everything. So this has been Yeah, go ahead.
I don't pay him any mind. I don't pay Tekashi.
Yeah.
I don't pay him any mind at all.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that. What do you think in terms of? Oh, my bad. I definitely put the wrong name but my bad. Anyways, Drake's Dark Lane demo tapes, man. Welcome to welcome to Shooting Shots, bro. Shooting Shots, man. We got sports, culture, trash talk. So we've been talking trash, we've been drinking, we've been hanging out, coming at the people live in your living room, man. What's good? How are you feeling? And what do you think about Drake's Dark Lane demo tapes? What do you rank it?
As in his overall projects?
I mean, just what do you think about it? How do you feel about it?
I don't think it's the best thing a Canadian has dropped this year. I'd probably put, I don't know, I think The Weeknd was the best Canadian. His project was the best one that dropped, and then I'd go Drake, and then I'd probably go P&D's after that.
Really? Okay.
Although I
do love Dark Lane.
Huh?
I do think P&D had the best song drop from the 3 projects, though.
Which record?
Savage Anthem. I legit love that song.
Yeah, everybody loves Savage Anthem way more than me.
Really?
Another Day is my record.
Okay.
Another Day, Turn Up, and on PGT. But Savage Anthem, it's
It's just the whole. I heard number 2 is Your Man. I like it. I don't know. I think that's one of the greatest bars I think I've ever heard. I just laugh every time I hear it.
I feel like Dark Lane demo tapes, in my opinion, if I had never heard most of the songs, because I heard most of them as leaked. So if I had never heard most of those songs, I don't know what I would have done.
Time Flies is a top 10 Drake song.
I don't know if I can go that far.
I can.
I don't know if I can go that far.
I can.
I don't know if I can go that far.
I can.
I don't know if I can go that far.
I'm
I would-
outside in an AMG. Go ahead.
I would say Chicago Freestyle would be probably top 15 for like his discography.
Whoa, nah, I can't go there. I
For Drake's,
no, I don't think any record on Dark Lane demo tapes is top 15 in his discography. That doesn't mean that I don't really love it.
Time flies.
I don't think so.
Time flies is. And actually, from Florida with Love is amazing too.
From Florida Love is a great record. Not too close.
He's got some great songs on there, man. I really think.
Yes, he does.
He
But
get a
like,
lot of credit for that.
Yes, go ahead, Daniel.
is that a Clinton Portis jersey?
It is Clinton Portis jersey.
All right, I love it.
Yeah. How old is that jersey? When you get that jersey?
Like 2003.
That's funny as hell. I
I think that was
respect
last
it.
time, like 2003 or something like that. It's been a while. But yeah, I mean, I love Not Too Close. Again, I like love the project, but it's hard for me to judge it as like a project because I've heard most of the records before. Again, like if I had never would have, I probably heard. I mean, I heard Deep Pockets. I heard From Florida with Love. Obviously, I heard not Time Flies. I heard Desires. Obviously, both of the freestyles. I heard those. I have probably heard at least like 8, 9 of the records. So it's hard for me to judge it as a project I've never heard when I've heard most of the records before. But I think it was dope. I think as far as people not liking it, one, he mentioned that these were all songs that didn't make Scorpion. And people were raving about it when he played it on IG Live. But then it comes out and you want to complain about it.
Huh? He said that?
Yeah. He
That's
said
hilarious.
that. He said like these,
That is hilarious.
When he was on IG Live that day. Huh?
Yeah, he did an IG Live like an hour after everyone listened to the Dark tapes, and he said like all that stuff, and then some were not on Scorpion, and some would be on his next one.
Oh, see, I didn't even watch.
Yeah, but no, I was seeing the one that he did like a month ago when he was playing most of those records. He was like, "Yeah, these are all like Scorpion outtakes."
Yeah.
So it's like then people went crazy over it. Then when it came out, people went to slander it. I mean, like, I don't know what, but also I don't know what people expect from Drake at this point.
They want Drake to be Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, and Drake is happy being Drake. Like they want Drake to find this like introspective next level where he doesn't care about being lonely and spending money and wanting women and wanting fame and wanting status, when it's like, yo, that's Drake, bro. They're like, yeah, but he's supposed to evolve. It's like
he has.
Like, well, that's going off of my alarm in my place. Hold on, I'll be right back. Keep talking.
But no, but what's your opinion towards that, Daniel? Because so many people say Drake hasn't evolved over the years. Do you agree with that?
I don't agree. I mean, look at what he did with More Life. I thought he experimented so much on More Life, and he experiments on the Scorpion as well, and he even experiments on this tape. So I'm like, he's not Drake from 2010. He's not Drake from 2013. I think he's not like hella changing, but like you can see certain things he's trying. And then like, I don't think we would have gotten his song Signs like 10 years ago. We wouldn't have got that 10 years ago. So like, I do think he's changed.
I think lyrically, I think that the change people want from him is like, that's not what you're gonna get. And I also think that some people want an all rap album from Drake. I don't know why. Some people want an all rap album from Drake. Also, I think the way that he talks about women is vastly different than what it was 10 years ago. I think 10 years ago it was like, yo, I need this girl. Like, I really need her to be in my life. And now it's like, I mean, if she's here, great. If she's not here, I'll live.
I don't want rap bars from Drake. Like, I don't want a whole rap album from Drake.
I don't.
Ever. Like,
I'm
I'm cool with 2 or 3 rap songs on each album, and then like the rest, just give me some R&B, and like I'm fine. Like that's it.
I agree. So do you have any bars that stick out to you from this Drake project that you really, really enjoyed, or you like say in your spare time?
I wouldn't say like just. I didn't feel like there's a lot of bars on this, but I didn't feel like any like stuck out to me. Like I've listened to it like 3-4 times, and nothing's like catchy. I do like Losses. I feel like if you wanted to go for like a lyric song, I think Losses is that one. Either Losses or From Florida with Love. Those are the two that like I would probably like have the most like replay value.
Did you peep the Kobe story?
Yes.
So
then so like I tried to like find it. I couldn't figure out the verse that Wayne played both Drake and Kobe. I couldn't figure it out.
Lollipop.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Wayne did Wayne actually has a Young Money radio station that Drake actually called in, like, did an interview. So yeah, I remember that. Like they said, he had the Carter 3. He said that was back when you wanted to give athletes records, you had to give them like an iPod. So he said that like Kobe came on a bus. I think they were either on tour, they were in LA, wherever they were. And he said Kobe came on a bus. He played with some of the Carter 3 and gave him an iPod that basically had the Carter 3 on it.
Okay, because I was really hoping that Drake wasn't lying about that, because then you had
true story.
Because you had that, then you had like Plinka 3 years ago when they said that they played Kobe The Dark Knight before it released, but like they like fact checked it and it wasn't true. And so then they said that it was probably just a trailer. So like I was hoping that Kobe line wasn't like false, but I'm glad that it was true.
Yeah, it's facts. Wayne confirmed it when he went on the like I said, when he went on the radio. Wayne has a new like Young Money radio station. Like I said, Drake called in and did it, and they was talking about the fact that like Drake was like, yo, like I can't believe I'm listening to like what the world is gonna be playing for the next like 2 months, and then just on the bus walks Kobe, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like Kobe sitting here, I'm listening to lollipop, like what is going on right now? So now, yeah, that was cool. I like the sample on Deep Pockets. I'm pretty sure it's a Doing It sample at the LL Cool J. I'm pretty sure it's that. But I love Deep Pockets. Not Too Close is incredible. And man said, I'm hurting deeply inside. I'm like, oh, wow.
I know. I see you tweet that like once a day.
Hurting deeply inside.
I just laugh. I'm like, God damn.
It is genuinely hilarious. But yeah, as far as ranking this in like the Pantheon of Drake, I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I don't think that's the purpose of it. Like we'll say, oh, Drake's falling off, or he didn't debut at #1. I think you really gotta like let Drake actually say, yo, I'm gonna make an album, and this is my album, and then you can judge wherever he's at in his career. I don't think the point of that was that. I think the point of this was all y'all sitting in the house, y'all ain't doing nothing. Let me put out some music.
Yeah, and he said, here's some scraps. I'm dropping in the summer anyway. So
exactly.
Like he said, here, enjoy it, and I'm coming back in June. So it's like, of course, we'll take what it is. I like some of those songs. I'll probably like replay like a couple of years from now. I didn't really like the Playboy Cardi song.
See, I don't think a lot of people our age like the Playboy Cardi song. I actually fuck with Playboy Cardi though. I genuinely fuck with Playboy Cardi. Mm-hmm. The first time I heard Cardi's verse from this, I was like, the baby voice, what are you doing? Then I was talking to my cousins who are like younger than me. They was like, nah, the baby voice is kind of like what the younger generation is doing now. Yeah. So I was like, all right. I mean, if it is like, okay, I mean, shit. If the kids like it, I love it. So I actually like Playboy Cardi's verse personally. Me personally, I like Playboy Cardi's verse. But switching subjects a little bit, because I know you said the Isaiah Thomas, Tony Parker bullshit. How much do you disagree, or do you disagree?
I saw like peeps of it. I didn't hear like the whole Isaiah Thomas, Tony Parker thing, but I just don't understand how they're even like in the conversation. Okay,
so this is Glass's argument basically was like you would agree that the Spurs were really a defensive team, right?
Oh.
Like think about it, they were like their offense was always kind of middle of the road, but the defense was always 1 to 2 to 3. The Pistons, like when they were winning, the offense was like 13th out of 26 teams, but the defense was #1. So they were an offensive team. So like Isaiah Thomas being the best offensive player on a defensive team, like defense was why they won, not offense.
Yeah.
Same with the Spurs, you could argue that Tony Parker was the best offensive player on those teams, but obviously offense isn't what made them win. When Isaiah Thomas was doing what he was doing offensively, they were losing.
Yeah.
Even though granted, I said Isaiah Thomas was better because I think Isaiah Thomas was a better basketball player. But when you look at their career accomplishments, like the numbers aren't too different. Especially when they were winning, like when the Spurs were winning championships, you look at Isaiah Thomas when they winning championships. It's not that different. Maybe Isaiah averages 2 more assists, maybe Tony averages like 1 more point. Both of them both of them were more so scoring guards, smaller guards. I think Isaiah was All NBA first team 3 times.
Yeah.
TP never was, but I think Isaiah's All NBA 6 times in general. TP is 5 times. Isaiah was never the best point guard in the league. Tony Parker was never really the best point guard in the league. So it's like their careers are in Glass's head. Their careers are pretty comparable as far as when you look at that.
Longevity, career-wise, yes. Impact, I wouldn't. I'd say Isaiah was, I think, clearly the best player on the Pistons. Tony Parker was never the best. He was maybe the second best at times, but if you get into it, people would you even say Tony Parker was the second best player on the Spurs? Because people get into it with Ginobili. Like, I've heard a lot of people talk that Ginobili would have been like a superstar if he wasn't on the Spurs. That he
Superstar.
took that.
I don't think he would have been a superstar, but I do think that Manu. See, I've always thought TP was a little bit overrated. And I always thought Manu was underrated. That's just my own personal opinion. I thought that Manu could have been a star elsewhere. Would he have won? Probably not. I think Manu's game is a little bit too hit or miss sometimes because Manu be fucking wilding, but that's what makes Manu Manu. Manu just wild out, and sometimes the shit just happens to work. But when it doesn't work, you get the 2013 finals. But when it does work, you get Manu Ginobili. But I do think Manu was a guy who could have been a multiple-time All-Star, probably more time All-NBA than what he actually was. But he just happened to be on the Spurs, and like the Spurs don't really do that, you know.
Because the talents of Ginobili, Parker, Kawhi, they always come up when it's a Kobe and Duncan debate. They always say, "Well, Kobe had Shaq," and every Laker fan goes, "Well, Duncan had Kawhi, Parker, Ginobili, and Robinson for basically his entire career and his pop." So I think Tony Parker would be up there for point guards, but like Ginobili won Argentina a gold medal in 2004. So like I do think people kind of like underrate Ginobili as into like his like overall like production and say like he wasn't. I think I even asked you like put Ginobili somewhere else, put him on a different team with comparable talent. You said who the fuck's comparable to Tim Duncan? And I'm like, I get it, but
put him in Orlando with T-Mac. I bet you they do good.
I just think Ginobili. I don't think Duncan. Duncan doesn't get that help thing, but he always had help. Like he never. No one says Duncan had help. They always say well, Tim Duncan was the foundational piece. I'm like, all three of them motherfuckers were foundational there, though.
Yeah, but see, this is my thing. Like, granted, obviously, TP got 4 rings. I can't argue with that. You can't argue what the man did. Obviously, when you look at the stats, they don't look not like, you know, Zeke averaging 20 and 20 and some shit like that. But my thing was that I just think everybody around Tim Duncan was interchangeable. I think Tim Duncan was Tim Duncan. And I think what you got, for instance, Tony Parker, I think you could have put Chauncey on that team and kind of got some of the same results. I think you could name other guards that you could have put on that team and kind of got some of the same results. I don't think, at least from obviously, like they were a defensive team, but you even got to get there. You know, like I don't think like you can get those same results with other people outside of Isaiah Thomas. Now, granted, if you like take you know, the already assembled team and you drop Tony Parker on there, like, okay, maybe, but you got to get to having that assembled team. And Zeke was the one constant all the way through. And again, I just think he was just a better day in and day out player, individual player than what Tony Parker was. Now, career wise, I mean, if you want to say that 4 is better than 2, I can't argue with you. Not going to argue with that. But I just, again, think you could have got those same results Tony Parker gave you from other guards around that time period.
And then I also, I looked into it because I was like, how come I never saw Tony Parker, get a medal on any, Olympic stages? And, France had, a super dope team. They always had...
Yeah, they had the team.
And then, Boris Diaw, they just never had medaled. So, that's why I'm like, Ginobili, you can put him anywhere. Tony Parker, he probably was this, overall product of the system that San Antonio had. So, I'm taking Zeke, every day of the week. But if you want to, career-wise, it gets close. But in their peaks, it's not close.
I mean, that was my...
I definitely wasn't arguing on the side of glasses. I think Tony Parker is great, but I think Isaiah Thomas is more in my 6 to 8 range in terms of point guards all time. And Tony Parker is more in my 8 to 12 range. I think Tony Parker is better than Chris Paul. I definitely believe that.
See, I don't.
Any day.
I hate Chris Paul.
Any day of the week.
Hell no.
Any day of the week. Any day of the week.
I don't.
Any day of the week.
Has he
day of the week?
Has he won more? Sure, but even when you look at what Chris Paul 8 times steals, I think he's been all defense however many times. I think he's been all NBA more times than what Chris Paul. I mean, not more times, more times than what Tony Parker had. I don't no. I understand that Chris Paul does not have the rings and other things that some of these other guys do. When you look at what his body of work, just his body of work, I don't think you can argue with it. And the only thing that I give him shit for really is the year when they lost that 3-1 lead. That shit should have never happened. That was disgusting. That shit should have never happened. The other year, the man got hurt.
A lot of it should have never happened. That's your man.
The man got hurt.
No. You would. I thought Blake was hurt. Now all of a sudden,
both of them was hurt. Both of them was hurt.
All right.
if you replace Chris Paul and Tony Parker, Kobe never gets 5, and Duncan has more than 6. And that's the shitty thing to go about it. Kobe doesn't get to 5. Tim Duncan has like 7 or 8.
Yeah, Tim Duncan's the GOAT if Kobe don't get to 5.
You would never consider him the GOAT because his stats wouldn't be his stats wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
His stats wouldn't stats wouldn't look crazy enough.
Yeah.
He already ranked. I mean, he's still ranked above Kobe to me. He's still ranked above Bron to me. Tim Duncan's still number 5 to me.
To people who saw it,
MJ, Magic, Kareem. Who I say? I think I said I got Shaq, and then I
don't know how you put Shaq over Duncan.
What you mean? How?
I do.
And I had Duncan number 5.
If you watch the 3-peat years, you put
Duncan
Shaq
5,
over
Bird 6, Bron 7. No, I mean, I'm sorry. Kobe 6, Bird 7, Bron 8.
I don't know how you put Bird over Bron. Like I just don't get it.
I mean, it's a debate.
Winning.
They got the same amount of rings though.
They got the same. Yeah, they got the same amount of rings.
Man is still playing and going out there and losing.
They got the.
Losing what?
Why LeBron get extra credit? Why LeBron get extra credit for not making it as far? Like y'all be like, yeah, but I mean, he got the like. I said, why LeBron get extra credit for not making it as far?
What you mean?
Like, why does he get like extra? Like y'all always be like,
for not making it as far, or you mean for making it and not winning?
I mean, not winning. He didn't make it as far. He didn't make it as far as he needed to.
I mean, they got the same amount of rings. Bron has more MVPs. Even if you take the first, I think what it is like 12 years.
Bird averaged more rebounds and more assists. So what that mean?
And Bron averaged more points. And I don't think every single year Bird averaged more assists every single year.
He averaged more rebounds every year.
He did every year. He did.
By 3 to 4. And Bron bigger than Bird. Bron bigger than Bird.
Averaged more rebounds every year. But again, the game, yes, but again, the spacing and like the way the game was played in that time period has like a lot to do with that. Not as many long rebounds. You weren't shooting as many threes. And also, again, Bron does have one more MVP. 4 MVPs as well. Bird did win 3 straight, which is wild. But Bron got 4. And 2 was back-to-back, right, if I'm not mistaken. He won back-to-back twice, right? And also, Bird never won back-to-back championships.
I mean,
wild.
I can't believe that. Bron got to thank D-Wade for that.
For what?
He got to thank D-Wade for that.
Which year? The first year?
Both of them.
Not the second one.
Both of them rings. He would have never won the rings on his own. He needed D-Wade.
D-Wade wouldn't have won them shits if Bron didn't get there either.
Huh?
D-Wade wouldn't have won them shits if Bron didn't go there either.
So what? That's fine. I don't think D-Wade better than Bron. I don't think D-Wade is top 7 all time.
No.
Top 10 all time. I think D-Wade is like top 20, top 25 all time.
Top 25.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of leave D-Wade at top 20, top 25.
I hate doing it, but I always forget. Like I was talking about, like best scorers in the NBA, like last week. I always forget D-Wade. Every single discussion, I always forget D-Wade. No idea why. And he didn't have a forgettable career.
Question.
What happened?
Go, and then I have a question for everybody. But just continue your point. Sorry to cut you off, Daniel.
Because I'll think of the top shooting guards. It's always just Kobe and Jordan, and that's it. Then I'll think of top players, and I think of the best player from each year, and it just Wade. I just always forget Wade when it comes to like all-time discussions, even though he's up there.
I never do. I
was doing scores, right? It was Bron, KD, Kobe, and then it was like AI, Harden, Steph, Melo, and I kept going, and then I was like, oh shit, I forgot Wade, and like I'm putting Wade up there, but I don't know why he just didn't come to my mind.
I feel you. So, Daniel, what are some Lakers hot takes you got?
They're winning 17 if this shit happens in Vegas or Orlando.
They're winning what?
They're winning number 17 if it plays wherever.
No, they're not.
I don't think there's, because Laker fans have been very optimistic the past few days. Last time we spoke, I'm like, there's going to be no season. But within the past like 3 days, the Bundesliga joined. The Bundesliga said they're going to reopen, and La Liga, which is like the Bundesliga, the German soccer team, like the German soccer league, and then the
hold on. Who?
So the German soccer league and the Spanish soccer league saying they're going to reopen. So then you started to hear rumors about the MLB trying to reopen in July, and then you heard today with the NBA. Most of us think it's going to happen. And I don't think you can beat a team led by Bron and Anthony Davis.
I think you can. I think Giannis can. I think Giannis will. I'm even taking the Raptors to win over them if they make it to the finals.
No.
Because I actually think the Raptors got a chance to make it to the finals.
I've
I've watched the Raptors a lot this year, and I'm very impressed by them.
The thing about the Raptors,
and I saw them in person as well.
The thing about the Raptors is they actually do have the bodies to throw at LeBron. Like, not many teams actually have the bodies to throw at LeBron. They actually have the bodies to actually throw at LeBron. The Raptors actually
not just LeBron, also Anthony Davis. Like,
that's AD fault though. That's literally the AD fault.
But they have that
AD and the fadeaways. How much do AD's fadeaways annoy you? If at all?
None, not at all. This year, I don't care. This year, let him take everything he wants. Let him act like it's his team, so he resigns. Once he resigns, then I'll start like, why'd you take that? But most of them, you can kind of like justify. There's some that he takes where it looks like a lazy move, and I'm like, pass it, then repost up, or try something else. I'd say probably out of every 10 fadeaways he takes, 1 or 2 annoys me.
50% of AD's fadeaways annoy me. Fadeaway Davis.
I'm crying.
They work, but like it just annoys me. But I have a question I want to pose to everybody. Who is the best player to never win an MVP award?
D-Wade never won MVP award, right?
No.
Does it say finals or regular season MVP?
Regular season MVP. Who is the best player to never win an MVP award?
Actually, do you count a Finals MVP as much as an MVP?
I think it's more.
I don't count it.
Pavy and I have talked about this. He thinks it's more. I think it's. He thinks regular seasons are more. I think Finals MVP mean more.
If you think it's more, then D-Wade can't be in this conversation. I'm gonna say. Sorry, burping. Who will I say? I don't know.
We'll take the Finals MVP out. It's got to be Wade. If he's probably the most talented player to not win a regular season MVP. If not Wade, God. I don't know. I'm a huge Melo fan, so I'd probably say Melo.
We do some thinking.
But I need a list. I need a list of those who haven't won regular season MVP.
I mean, it's a lot of guys who ain't won regular season MVP. If I had to say off the top of my head, George Gervin is up there. He never won MVP. Gervin is up there. I think he's one of them.
I'm taking Melo. I'm taking Melo over the Iceman.
I think Dwight has to be up there. Dwight Howard never won MVP.
I think Noah.
Who? Did you say Joakim Noah?
He was top 5 MVP voter one year. Great player. Never won MVP. Great player. Never won an MVP.
Does he make the Hall of Fame though because of Florida?
Yes, he's gonna make the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he's gonna make the Hall of Fame.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's got 2 NCAA championships. How? They won back-to-back in college. Back-to-back top 5 MVP voter. Come on, man.
I think he might make the College Basketball Hall of Fame, but I don't think he made the NBA Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Didn't Leitner? Didn't Leitner not make the Hall of Fame?
Did he? Christian Leitner better not be no Hall of Fame.
Or is he the only one that
in the Hall of Fame?
He better not be in the Hall of Fame.
Christian Leitner is no, he's in the College Basketball Hall of Fame.
Okay. So then never mind. Yeah, he probably does what Noah does what he did.
Yeah, he makes the College Basketball Hall of Fame. Now, but if I had to say, I might go Dwight. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. I think Dwight Howard's probably the best player that win an MVP award. I'll probably say Dwight. Because none of these other guys we talking about have individual awards. Any other individual awards. Dwight does. So, like, Dwight Howard's probably, in my opinion, the best player to never win any MVP award. Bro, like...
Clay, no. Clay one of them. He one of them.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
G, yes, he is.
No, he
bro.
is not, G.
Yes,
You gonna
he
say at
is,
least about
G.
15 to 20 people minimum
Scottie
for the
Pippen.
play.
Scottie Pippen.
He over Clay. Sidney Moncrief over Clay. Reggie Miller
know,
over Clay.
I'm
T-Mac
naming-
over Clay.
T-Mac and not over Clay.
Yes, he is. G.
T-Mac can't get your team out the first round when Steph
you ain't-
Curry slipped on that sweat and fucked up his
You
MCL.
won
Guess who got
73
the pass?
games, G.
Yo
You
man,
won 73
James
games.
Harden. It was
You
Clay.
won 73 games.
I don't
If you
care.
on a team that won 73 games, you should beat the AFC, no matter who was not there
don't
playing.
care. I don't care.
So
It was
no,
Clay.
you're gonna get to a lot of
Clay.
people before you say Klay Thompson. No.
Clay
You get a lot
better.
of people before you say Klay Thompson.
Clay better.
A lot of
Hey,
people.
His mama
Pavy,
called him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
What's
Have
up?
we ever made it publicly known that we both said if you replace KCP with Clay, they win those titles?
Yeah, we wildin'.
Yeah, y'all was.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do
we
good
wildin'.
though.
We
He's
wildin'. We
on-
wildin'. But also,
on
I
the
do fuck.
Bahamas.
But also, I do fuck with KCP though. I fuck with KCP, and I think that he was gonna be an unsung hero for the Lakers in the playoffs. I fuck with KCP. I
keep it
genuinely
real
like
with you.
KCP.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. No.
I genuinely like KCP, and I also think that he was having a good season. I think that like Lakers fans hop on KCP.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think like Lakers fans hop. My bad.
After we bullied him for like a month, he played amazing.
I think that Lakers fans hop on KCP because he has like hilariously bad moments. Like he doesn't just fuck up; he super fucks up. But it's like that's like the thing that you see the most because it makes the highlights. Like he'll airball a layup. Like how did you even airball a layup? But he'll play good defense 6 straight possessions before then. But then he airballs a layup, and it's like, bro, how did you just airball a layup on the fast break?
Yeah, and then he'll make a three. He'll make a three in the fourth quarter, and like shit. Well, like thanks. Like you did your shit. Like sorry for what I said earlier, man.
Yeah, but like KCP just has hilariously bad moments. I think that's what people remember the most. But I rock with KCP. I think
Like,
KCP cool.
Kobe's retirement night. Then you had the whole ankle monitor shit. Like
Exactly. Like Kobe's retirement night is forever going to be the biggest thing that KCP ever does in his basketball career.
until he hits a
Kobe.
shot to win the Lakers a game in the finals this year.
I still think Kobe take his family and leave will be bigger.
Yeah.
Kobe took his family and left. He airballed and Kobe took his family and left the arena.
I mean, I think
Only
he made
his
a smart
jersey
decision.
retirement night.
Yeah.
They retired his jersey. KCP airballed a 3, and he said, "We gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm not staying for this."
I mean,
So-
as he should have. I would have left too. You just disrespected me. This was my night.
It was first of all, it was a hilarious shot. I think he come down and transition and pull it
Yep.
and airball. It was like, what are you doing,
And
bro?
it
bro.
wasn't even close. Like it wasn't even close.
It wasn't close. It's not like front rim or some. Yo, was that when we had the Melo with a struck iron, or was that like a different game when he airballed it like game with
I think it
like
was.
That?
Yes, Melo at least. Yes, Melo would at least struck iron.
See, Melo would at least hit the rim.
Melo would at least struck iron, bro.
And like Casey, like he stared at it too. Like he thought, like I don't know why he kept staring at the ball, but like he stared at that shot. And I'm like, you could tell that shit was not going in from the
He
moment.
thought it was his moment.
Yeah.
He thought it was his moment.
Man, like
He thought it was his moment.
Kobe, I'm about to show off for Kobe. No, you not.
Retirement night, everybody watching that game. Stables is rocking. You playing against the Warriors. He thought that was his moment.
And guess what? He lied.
And then Lonzo got dropped off by KD to win the game.
Yeah.
Lonzo has had some funny ass moments.
Who also he played very well after like the first like 2 weeks in New Orleans.
Yes,
He
he
did.
did.
He did. I actually think that Lonzo was the unsung hero of the Pelicans a lot this year. I thought that TPJ was hyping a lot of credit to Zion. I wanted him to, and I was giving a lot of credit to Lonzo because Lonzo was the one throwing those lives. Lonzo was the one making the game easier for him. So I thought Lonzo played. My issue with Lonzo was still free throws. And I think that if Lonzo could shoot free throws better, his whole game would open up.
Yeah. My biggest thing for him is still finishing around the rim. Like he improved. I think he shoots like 39% from 3 now. Like I think this season.
It's something decent like that.
Which is nuts because he took like 6 a game.
Yeah.
And so like he improved that. It's just still finishing on the rim. Like he leaves so many easy buckets around like the rim. And for him, if you're gonna get fouled, at least make a layup. So you only have to shoot 1 free throw instead of 2. Like
Yeah,
at least get me the 2 points instead of 1.
Yeah, but see, I think he has trouble finishing because he's not going with the same aggressive aggressiveness that he should be because he can't shoot free throws, so he don't want to go to the line. So when he get there, he probably trying to avoid the contact or whatever. So he just taking the contact. First of all, you can go in and dunk on most people. He's athletic enough to do that. Yeah. So you should be going in there trying to finish every time. But when you can't shoot free throws, you shooting 50% from the free throw line. You don't really want to take the ball in the paint because if you got to go stand on that line by yourself, you shoot 50%.
Yeah.
Which also I think hurts him in crunch time situations because a lot of times when BI has the ball, that I actually think Lonzo should have the ball, but BI can actually make a fucking free throw. So you don't give Lonzo the ball because if Lonzo has the ball, he ends up getting fouled and you win the bonus. You basically gave up a whole possession.
That's when the Pelicans will take Lonzo out to put in Josh Hart or JJ Redick.
And that's the issue.
Just because of that. And I'm like, fuck, like he should be in, but I get why he's not in, and I hate that. Like I hate him not being in the game.
And that's the issue because I think he helps Zion out because I think at this point, not great. We don't know what's going to happen whenever people come back. But I think at this point in time, Zion isn't great at creating his own buckets in the half court.
Yeah.
He needs somebody to be able to help him get buckets or put him in positions where he needs to be. And he's not a guy right now. You can just throw the ball, I'm going to move away from you, and I'm expecting you to just do whatever to whoever in front of you. That don't really, it don't, at least on good defense. You know, when guys he can just completely overpower it work, but like on good defense, that's not gonna work. And I think that him and Lonzo was a great pair, but if Lonzo can't shoot free throws, he can't be on the court at certain moments. In certain moments, Zion should have the ball, or a play should be running for Zion, but it can't be because But that's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, Daniel. So you think that the Lakers are gonna win a championship this year? So if the Lakers win a championship this year, what do you think happens with AD? Do you think AD stays? What do you think goes on with that whole thing?
He's not leaving. There's no way. I don't think Anthony Davis leaves based on basically how he viewed himself as a Laker this year. Every interview he's done has just loved LA. Whereas if you saw Kyrie, like you kind of saw him like twist like halfway into that Boston year. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis has just kept with LA love, Laker love, and whatnot. And I don't think maybe when LeBron retires, he might like head elsewhere. And there are talks of like Anthony Davis like doing 2 years, extending in LA, and then that 1 year he can opt out. And I think that's when like LeBron supposedly might retire. Mm-hmm. So like I get it, but for the next 2-3 years, I don't see Anthony Davis playing anywhere else but LA, unless playoff time comes and like LeBron looks washed. But this season LeBron didn't look washed, so I don't see any slowdown in LeBron within the next year and a half. So I don't think Anthony Davis leaves. Plus, there'll be ways the Lakers can add more like firepower this offseason. Unless Kuzma makes a leap in the playoffs, I don't think Kuzma's here next year. Mm-hmm. Just because the only way the Lakers can get better is using him as a trade bait to get someone else.
I mean, how much Kuzma did his job? Like,
yeah, like what y'all want from Kuz, G? What y'all want from Kuz, G?
What you want from Kuz is not what he
And also, do you think my Brandon Ingram Kuzma take was blasphemous?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Brandon Ingram is a much better basketball player than Kyle Kuzma. But that also doesn't mean Kyle Kuzma sucks. Yeah. It just means Brandon Ingram is a better basketball player than Kyle Kuzma.
Because if you put Ingram in Kuzma's role, Ingram can create for himself, pass the ball, and that's all you need with the second unit. You would take the ball out of Rondo's hands, and I would love that. Kuzma not being able to create for himself allows Rondo to have the ball more often.
I don't have an issue with Rondo having the ball, personally. I know people hate Rondo. I don't have an issue with Rondo having the ball, especially when you talk about playoff basketball. I trust Rondo.
See, yes, but when with Rondo, when it's good, it's great. But when it's ugly, it's some of the worst. That is also true. When it's bad, it's some of the worst basketball you will ever watch because he just over dribbles, and then like instead of going up for a layup with 1 second left, he'll throw it to someone in the corner. They just have to jack some shit up.
This is true.
And it is not a good fucking shot. And then he'll just stand there and not get back in transition defense, and it's just awful. So the Lakers lead will go from 4 to down 6. And then
but also sometimes they would put like LeBron and Rondo on the court, but they like have LeBron running point guard. Why the fuck are you sticking Rondo in the corner? Z like you ain't never seen Rondo be a corner 3-point. In those situations, Bron, you should slide to the 4. Yeah. You should let Rondo run. You let Rondo run the offense, and then just like run pick and rolls. And if you get the ball, wherever you get the ball there. And actually, LeBron's probably go more in the scorer mode and less facilitator mode in those lineups. Yeah. But I think that they were.
I agree, but everybody told me LeBron made people better.
But I think that they were figuring out all of that as the season went on. Like as the season went on.
You didn't respond to that.
Listen. I said I think that they were figuring out all of that as the season. Oh, we gotta remember the season shut down with 30 games left, 20 games left. Like they still the Lakers were getting better. They were getting better as a basketball team.
I judged the Lakers pre and post Morris.
Pre and
Post Morris.
Okay.
Because he fits what kind of helps both Rondo and Bron.
So this is my question for Laker fans. How is it because I feel like other Lakers fans, they love to judge the Clippers, and I love that I hear Lakers fans talking about the Clippers all day long and about how the Clippers will never be this and never that. Mm-hmm. Why is it that Clippers fans love to act like, I'm sorry, not Clippers fans, but Lakers fans love to act like the Clippers didn't get acquisitions as well as the Lakers throughout the season, and y'all took 2 L's before the acquisitions? Thoughts?
Okay. All right. I kind of actually talked about this today on the page. The first game, if you've watched Lakers the entire season, that first night we tried to force feed AD in the post every single fucking play. Go watch that first half. It's just throwing AD the ball down the post. We haven't played like that since the opening night. So that's why I kind of just I don't count that game. Yes, it happened. Losses happen. But we have not played like that since opening night. The only other time was when we played the Pelicans, maybe, and that's just because we got Anthony Davis 50 against the Pelicans and won. But against shittier teams, you can play like that. Against a good team, you can't play like that. The Clippers are too good of a basketball team to just try some bullshit. Christmas, Lakers blew that game. They should not have lost that game.
I agree. Lakers blew that game.
I say the Lakers lost that game more than the Clippers won, but that's a game I will count as the Clipper win. I count that shit.
Oh, because you know why you count it? Because it counts in a win-loss column. That's why it counts. Okay. Stop it.
And I actually think. Go ahead.
And then for the last game, I feel like the Lakers finally got a piece. They don't have to play Anthony Davis with JaVale or Dwight every single minute. Or they were you can play Anthony Davis next to Marcus Morris now. Or Markieff. I always forget which one we have. Honestly, I always forget who the hell we have.
That's funny as hell.
But whichever one we do have, it just fits so much better next to Anthony Davis than when you would watch Vogel play AD next to Dwight or JaVale for extended minutes of extended period of time. It just wouldn't work. You put Rondo next to Anthony Davis, Kuzma, Morris, and KCP, the second unit works. You can survive a time period for LeBron on the bench. When you were putting Anthony Davis next to a 5 with LeBron on the bench, it wasn't going to work. Not a chance in hell.
Very, very great analysis, Daniel. I wish you had a podcast. I'm just messing with you, man. I miss hearing Zoe Time. No, yeah. I won't lie to you. I used to wake up in the mornings after Zoe Time dropped. I would cut it on my TV. I would cut on my coffee, and I would just sit there in my living room and let it play over my TV as I was trying to wake up in the morning. So, as a Zoe Time fan, I miss hearing you talk basketball. Great basketball.
The funniest shit though is since the Twitter name is King Watch. Everyone thinks I'm a LeBron fan.
Yeah, sorry.
Everyone's like, I kind of make fun of Raptor fans that kind of follow Kawhi. They have 2 teams.
Yeah.
And whenever I respond to them, they just think I'm a LeBron fan. And I'm like, no. I'm like, nah. And then they don't get it. And I'm like, it's just funny to me, for a little bit.
That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. Sorry for setting you up with that, but I feel like
it's cool.
But I feel like that. I feel like the name had to be something like that. Yeah. Especially coming off Lonzo. Go ahead.
I also feel like I know 2 years ago when LeBron first joined, I wasn't the biggest LeBron fan.
Oh yeah, I remember. And
I would take your side on some of those debates. No.
Oh.
Now it's all. Oh. But it's because look at what LeBron did this year. We're first.
Wait, what happened?
What did he do last year?
No, this year.
What happened? That? Wait, what happened? What did you just say?
Where's your Celtics jersey at? I'm still waiting on that. Yeah. You got to do that on the next episode.
What happened?
Bron showed this year, to me, and in 2018, who he is as a player. I've never seen a more offensive postseason than I did for 2018 LeBron.
Oh, okay.
And then what he showed this year with LA, I'm kind of LeBron's maybe top. I think LeBron's the second best player to ever play in the NBA.
I'm gonna say Kareem, but I feel you.
Nah, Kareem. Mike, Kareem, Magic, Tim Duncan, Shaq, Kobe, Bird, LeBron.
And I know it's shitty to say like Braun needed to prove himself to Laker fans, but like
He did.
and we're entitled as hell. Like I'll admit, Laker fans were entitled. That's why like I just kind of laugh when
Yeah,
you
the
talk about
same
the
way Bulls
Clippers.
fans act for no reason. But
So
continue.
like when people bring up like yes, we're entitled as hell. Like we get it.
With
we're
good
spoiled.
reason.
Because we've had, if you look at the top
Unlike
10,
Bulls fans.
if you look at the top 10.
What you mean, unlike Bulls fans? We won 6 rings. Shut up.
In one era, G.
It don't
In
fucking
one
matter.
era, G.
It
In one
fucking
era.
happened. It don't
During
matter.
one
Shut your
decade.
ass up.
During
You're a
one
goddamn
decade.
hater.
During one decade.
How you hate the team and the place you from?
I don't.
The Bulls
Fuck
had a
outta here.
decade. The Bulls had a decade. The Lakers have had
Forever.
the entirety. Yeah. And
Fuck you, mean.
If you look at the top 10 NBA players of all time, 7 or 8 of them have worn Laker jerseys.
But if you look at the top NBA player of all time, he wore a Bulls jersey.
And that's the NBA's biggest mistake. It was Jordan never being a Laker. That's
I'm
the
fucking
NBA's
crying.
that's
Get
the
there.
NBA's
Get the
biggest
fuck out of here.
mistake.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jordan.
No,
Jordan-
the NBA's biggest mistake is Jordan never being a Knick. That's the NBA's biggest mistake. Can you imagine if Michael Jordan was a Knick?
Okay, so I'm imagining Magic never getting HIV and Jordan coming to help Magic get his 6th or 7th ring.
Look.
That's what should have happened if shit
No.
didn't go that way.
If Jordan wasn't playing nowhere, Jordan should have played in New York. Can you imagine Michael Jordan in Madison Square Garden? That's where he belonged.
That close to Atlantic City? I don't know.
Yeah, that makes the story even greater. He go.
But then
He
if he's
he
in
go
LA, he's
gamble-
too close to Vegas. So I don't
Exactly.
know. I think Chicago is perfect for him.
He go gamble 10K on the table, and then that man come and drop 50 at the Garden.
Yeah.
So no, that's the biggest mistake. If there's any big mistake. By the way, I was watching the 1991 West Conference Finals. Great series, by the way. I don't know if you've ever seen it before. Great series, though. Great series. And it actually made me sad that Magic had to retire. I'm like, damn, bro, you have more time left.
Yeah. That also like maybe respect Clyde more. 91.
No, it didn't. No, it
To
didn't.
me-
That made me respect Clyde less. See, I have no idea why Clyde Drexler is good. Clyde was not that good.
Okay.
Terry Porter be hooping.
Yeah.
Clyde, no, I am so off Clyde. See, Clyde not that good to me. Literally. If they not in transition, running up and down the court, Clyde was immobilized. See, I do not rock with Clyde Drexler at all.
So you just think he's like a shooting guard version of James Worthy?
Actually, it made me respect Worthy more.
Okay.
Like Worthy actually could do shit in the half court that I didn't know he could do, and then also near the end he developed his jumper head.
Yeah.
I had never seen James Worthy jump shot ever, but I was mostly watching the Showtime Lakers game, which I actually don't really like the Showtime Lakers. Like as far as watching basketball, I actually like. Well, no, okay. I'm not gonna say I don't watch Showtime Lakers. I don't like watching those Lakers Celtics series.
Why not? Because it's just a bloodbath and whatever happens after?
Nah, it's just really, really bad spacing. Like everybody is jumbled up together. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like they would run a play for Kareem, but the entry pass would come from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Get the fuck away from bro. But the 91 Lakers, obviously when Magic got older, Magic had a jumper. It was better space on the court. Sam Perkins could stretch out. Worthy would shoot the ball. Byron Scott would shoot the ball. Magic would go into his little scoring mode.
Scoring mode.
Like Magic had first of all his three was nice. Like Magic's three was better than what people thought it was. He had a nice hook shot. He found wherever you had to come and double him. He passed it to whoever. So no, I don't think that. I also think Clyde should have been playing small forward and not guard because he wasn't a guard. He was a forward, and I just don't think that in the half court Clyde was that good. Terry Porter was hooping.
Yeah.
But Clyde just not like the fact that Jordan said he got disrespected. I feel you. You should have been. How dare you, bro? How dare you compare this man to me?
So then, I know exactly what you mean with like Magic, like little scoring punches. Because funny enough, Lonzo does the same shit. There will be 1 minute where Lonzo decides I'm going to score the actual basketball, and he's going to shoot from 3, and he'll attack in the mid range, and then the rest of the game he'll just pass the ball.
Who, Lonzo?
If you've noticed Lonzo play, 90% of his points come within 2 minutes of each other, and then the rest of the game it doesn't happen. It happened for every single game in LA. Like if you watch, there's like a Laker game versus the Knicks. he scored like 19 points that game, but I think 15 came within like a 4-minute span in the third quarter.
Talk about the game when LeVar was at the game. That game
when LeVar was courtside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, that's because he that Lonzo Steph Curry take I had. I still believe that.
Yeah.
I still believe that. I just think that a lot of Lonzo is he has to learn his confidence, and again he has to shoot free throws better. Like you can't be a starting point guard shooting what is it?
I think 55.
You can't do that, bro. Like you have to be at least 75.
Yeah.
Because if you have and again you already assist, but all that would help all facets of your game. Your passing lanes would open up. If you drive into the rim, people actually think you're actually a threat to score the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like your passing lanes would open up because they actually have to respect your threat. Same with Ben Simmons. I don't think Ben Simmons needs a jump shot. I think Ben Simmons needs some post moves, needs to be able to shoot free throws better.
So switching back to like this current Laker team, would you think that the Rockets are the team that would challenge the Lakers most over the Clippers?
I don't want to say over the Clippers, but I think that if the Rockets played the Lakers, I would give them a better chance to beat the Lakers than I would the Clippers, just because I think of matchups.
Yeah.
I think the Rockets I think the Lakers would have to choose between those. I think the Rockets can make it. I think one of the main Lakers advantages is their size. I think that they have size over pretty much anybody, and I think that in the playoffs, those are the type of things you need. Let's say you got to play against a Bucks in the finals.
Yeah.
Like you need size to be able to deal with Giannis. You don't want him to just run wild all day. But the Rockets take away one of their main advantages, which is size. Like you can't play big on them. And also, I still have a question about the Lakers' perimeter defense. That's another question I have. Like I fuck with Avery Bradley, but he ain't really done that in 2 years, 2-3 years.
I mean, we saw him do it against the Bucks and the Clippers in like the last meaningful weekend of basketball we had. No, not granted. There have been times that granted he was coming off the injury. Yeah. Also, my thing with Avery Bradley was he was shooting 20% for a while from the corner. That's unacceptable. Yeah. That's unacceptable. And then he went on that like little hot streak after like February. I went to the Lakers and Kings game. He scored like 24 points. I hadn't seen him score that much in like years. I was like, holy shit. And he's just knocking down everything. And I went with my younger brother who's a Kings fan. He's like, has Avery made 5 threes at all this season? I'm like, no. This is it. And then he did it against the Clippers the last game they played. Yeah. But he was able to show for like a month straight where he can knock down, I believe it was like 45% from 3. Granted, he's not going to hit 45% from 3 in the playoffs, but he can hit like 38, 39. He don't have to hit 40. He don't have to hit 38%. I just need him from the corners to be at 40. Yeah. Because a lot of his shots are going to come from the corners because of the way he's positioned on the court. He's going to be in the corner when Braun kicks out or whatever, So I would give the Rockets a chance to beat the Lakers. I wouldn't give them a chance to. I don't know what the hell going to happen now, but previously beforehand, I would give them a chance to beat the Lakers, not the Clippers, because I think the Clippers have the perimeter defense to be able to deal with them, and it can kind of go small like the Rockets, but maybe do a little bit better. As far as the Lakers, though, I just think the only team that they would that outside of the Rockets, because if the Rockets meet the Clippers, I don't think they'll be facing the Lakers. But the Clippers, if they play the way they played in the last game against the Clippers, every game, like if LeBron's gonna get it going the way he got it going, then it ain't nothing to talk about. But I just think that over a 7-game series, they got a lot of bodies to throw at LeBron, like a lot of bodies to throw at LeBron, and LeBron ain't 30 years old no more. This was 30-year-old Bron. I wouldn't even care. But we talking about 35-year-old Bron. They got a lot of bodies to throw at that man. So, yeah. I just think I don't know. I think the Lakers also have, like, granted, Kuzma isn't the greatest defender, but he can guard Paul George for a couple of plays. I don't ever want to see KCP on Kawhi again. Because that shit did not work. But I feel like with Morris...
G, I'm sorry, G. I had to come back in the stream just to hear you say that. Say message. I never want to see KCP on Kawhi again, G. I agree with you. I
feel like the Lakers have more players. Like, you're not going to guard Kawhi or Paul George. But I feel like they have at least bodies enough to throw at those 2 players where I don't think they have enough bodies to guard Harden or Russell the entire game. Because the last game the Lakers played the Rockets, Russ killed us.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't seen Russ play like this in a while. And I was like, if this happens in the playoffs, it's scary. Anthony Davis really wasn't trying to be a 5 yet either. Because they put, PJ Tucker or someone else at the 5. and like Anthony Davis didn't like kind of like he still put up 30 and 10, but like he didn't dominate the game per se.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the Rockets take away our size advantage, and we also don't have anyone that can guard Harden or Russ the entire time. So if the Lakers played the Rockets or the Clippers, I'd rather play the Clippers. I fear the Rockets more than I fear the Clippers, which is crazy because no person should fear a James Harden-led team in the playoffs because we all know what happens.
Yeah, but see, I don't think they're a James Harden-led team. I think they're a Russell Westbrook-led team.
Okay.
Like, I think that, like, Harden is the decoy in many ways. And I think that Russ is damn near like their big man. Like, you talk about, like, we had discussed Russ like their dominant, like, how he damn near like their big man. You have to double Harden because if you just let him go one-on-one or whoever, he legit might cook you for 50. So you have to double him, but you got to remember, like, you're doubling off another MVP, which is why I had that they were the best backcourt ever take, because it's some of the things that they were doing together you had never seen. Like, they putting up games, they putting up 75, 20, and 20. You've never seen that shit before from two people. Like, that level of high powerness. And also, I thought Robert Covington was a huge addition, because Robert Covington, even though you play small, he's not that small.
He plays like a 4. Like he's a big guy. I still think that they probably should eventually got a center off the bench. I thought that trading Capella, the one thing it did do was make it took away Harden's lob pass, which I think was a big thing for Harden, was his lob they got at Capella. I think that they should have eventually gotten like a backup center off the bench, and I think that they, that may hurt them eventually in some lineups. And I also think that's why Harden's percentages kind of dropped off a little bit, because he didn't have that lob threat. Like, you always had to watch the lob, and you don't have to do that anymore. But I thought it was a Russell Westbrook led team more than a Harden led team. Like, the one thing I know about Russ is Russ gonna hoop. He might go out there and go 4 for 40, but you ain't gonna never walk away and be like, man, it didn't look like Russ was trying. No, Russ gonna try. Yeah. I fuck with Ben McLemore. Don't know why, but I fuck with Ben McLemore.
Ben McLemore had a resurgent season this season. Like, I mean, before the Corona hit, Ben McLemore's gonna get himself some money this offseason. Now that the Corona hit, I don't know what Ben McLemore gonna get this offseason. But beforehand, he definitely got a resurgent season. Definitely bought him some time left in this league. Thomas, your mic is muted, so I don't know what you just said.
And
I didn't say anything. My bad. Go ahead.
Before this season, the only thing I remembered about Ben McLemore was him waiting for the Kobe challenge, because Kobe never responded to him. If you remember, like 4 years ago, it was back.
I mean,
all these NBA players were asking Kobe, like, "Hey, what's my challenge?" Giannis was like MVP. DeRozan had something, and then Ben McLemore was like, "Hey, what's mine?" Kobe never even replied.
He gonna be waiting.
Now I think if I think of Ben McLemore, he's made some clutch threes for the Rockets this season and meaningful basketball. That's fucked up.
Really, he has.
Yeah, I agree. But all right, cool, fellas. Let's go ahead. Let's get ready to get out of here, man. Number one, RP Kobe. Shout out to Ben McLemore. That's gotta suck though. You like, damn, G, I ain't gonna never be able to get my challenge. Fuck.
And like I think there was something that happened because my younger brother is a Kings fan who followed Ben McLemore, and he said he never replied, but like he liked something of Ben McLemore or some shit like that. So I feel like he might have done something like that, but yeah, he never heard an official thing from it.
Yeah, look, I respect Kobe for liking that shit, but not responding to that shit, because I would have been like, nah, fam, I'm good. But anyways, fans, shout out to all of y'all. Thank you all for watching. Shooting Shotz, man. This is the first episode. We had an action-packed episode. We had Glasses Malone, as well as we had Daniel Belts, man. Go back, make sure you check out the convos today. We talked about Isaiah Thomas versus Tony Parker. We talked about Drake's Dark Lane demo tapes. We talked about the Lakers. We talked about Tony Parker as a whole. Damn, my camera just cut off again. Pavy, go ahead. Talk to the people. Outro it.
Shout out everybody who came to the show today. Daniel, appreciate you for coming through. Shout out Glasses for coming through. Always great discussion with Glasses. And yeah, man, appreciate all you guys, for
sorry for the typo, by the way. That's my fault. I gotta fix that. Go ahead, keep talking.
Appreciate all you guys for supporting the content. Follow us, Hoops and Brews, Hoops and Brews, TPJ Real, TPJ REEL, TPJ. At Pavy World, PAVR World, all one word, Pavers.com. Daniel, get your plug in.
So make sure you guys follow King Watch LA, and hopefully in about 2 or 3 months we get to see the Lakers complete their mission of chasing title number 17, so we can finally tie the Boston Celtics, who won the majority of their titles before most of our parents were born. So I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me again, by the way.
Of course, bro. All right, man. Appreciate you guys. See all you guys later. Shut up, y'all.